Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Role Seekers and the Legend of Nibel. My name is Dustin Ritchea, your humble dungeon master, both your best friend and your greatest enemy. Welcome to tonight's game. We are so excited to have you. If you are continuing to tune in, awesome. You are a seeker and welcome to the journey. If this is your first time, we are a group of normal gamers just like you playing Dungeons & Dragons for your enjoyment in an epic-style fantasy campaign about role-playing and crazy homebrew rules. We invite you to listen to all of our episodes up to episode 5, which is tonight. You can listen to it on YouTube and anywhere you're listening to podcasts, specifically Spotify, YouTube, Google Play, to catch up on all the action. In a moment, I'll introduce all of the players, but we are super excited to have you join us. And without further ado, welcome to Role Seekers and the Legend of Nibel. All right, joining me at the table are our intrepid adventurers, -1. Let's go around the table and see who we've got.
I'm Calvin and I play Montague.
Montague the Wizard.
I'm Eli, I play Dave.
What?
Dave?
Dave did.
Off to a great start.
It's gonna be a good night.
Okay. You done?
Dave's
Yeah.
You don't know?
Dave.
David.
Does that have like a umlaut over the I?
An umlaut and an apostrophe, and they
With
just
that line
constantly
through the D?
battling.
Wait, was it Dave or David?
It's David.
No, you call it David.
No.
No one calls it that.
It's okay.
So that's Eli. He plays David. My name's Zachary, and I play Lexi Mox. It's hard to say with the accent. Lexi Mox.
I'm Allison, and I play Lyra. And then, if anyone remembers from our last game,
If anyone remembers.
Clara has turned into a dog. So
Oh, that.
Clara.
Oh no!
I didn't see you.
Clara is not going to probably be able to play very well tonight because
She is stuck
she's
in
wild
wild shape.
into
Here,
this puppy.
She can roll.
Yeah, she can try to get out of it.
Right?
Oh, 3.
Oh,
Nat Taylor.
Taylor.
Nat Taylor.
Our friend Taylor rolls 3s often.
Which
So
you can
that's
see in, what was it, episode 3?
All right, Clara, do you want to stay down here or do you want to
think it was
roll
3.
upstairs?
I think you
We're on
rolled.
episode
Oh, he's on episode 3 and it, Nat
Nat
Taylor.
Taylor.
Oh, there we go. So we're gonna take
Miss Clara.
Miss Clara
Little
upstairs.
sleepy face.
Yeah.
Oh. Clara, say bye.
Hi, Clara. It's the power of magic. Okay, while Allie is taking Sir Davos upstairs, Clara, let's go ahead and do a little quick recap of what has happened in our game so far. I am not going to go into all the details from the past 5, but to give you a very quick recap is our heroes are called the Fated. They were chosen by Historius, the homebrew goddess of fate in the world of Nibel. They found themselves in random happenstances and were chosen by a wizard named Darius, the first prophet of Historius, who asked them to fill out recipes in his cookbook/spellbook. As they did, they started to realize that this magical book was actually a phylactery. Eventually, they were able to free this arch-wizard from the phylactery, and they were able to save his entire family. The heroes have discovered a lot of strange things going on in this world, in the Trevian forest. Specifically, they have discovered that there was once a circle of 9 wizards that tried to conquer the world. There was also a great emperor over 100 years ago who held the reins of power across all of Trevia, the Middle Kingdom, and the Karen Ver in the southern deserts. Dun dun dun. This emperor disappeared under suspicious circumstance.
Superior suspicious.
Very
Circumstances.
specific.
I started it. Nobody can speak tonight.
The heroes are now, they have broken a curse of a magical castle called Garanduk. They have freed the royal family, Queen Varasha, Oh my gosh, excuse me. Queen Varasha, I just had a bunch of root beer. Queen Varasha, the wizard Darius, and their daughter. They have gained followers to take back Trevian, which is now under the leadership of an evil dictator named General Gushwin Malix. And together they believe that they can change the fate of the world. In our last game specifically, Sir David was called, Clara heard the voices of some ancient being calling her to her teleportation circle. She resisted the power thanks to the help of Lexi. But our two intrepid adventurers decided that they needed to investigate a bit more. And David, in a 1 in 12 chance, found himself trapped in an alternate reality where he had to cut off his own hand, arm up to the shoulder in order to escape. Dun, dun, dun. He now finds himself in a very dark situation. The other heroes discovered that Darius had disappeared and are now looking for him and believe they found a secret door that they've never seen before in the castle of Garanduk. A lot of the people that they normally would talk to are unconscious from a night of partying, but that has not stopped the heroes from investigating this further, as they kind of are like, David will be fine. Or will he? Without further ado, let's join our heroes as they stand in the main cathedral hall of Castle Garanduk, in the church to Historius, looking at the back wall where Lexi Mox, breathing in the crevices of the walls, believes she has found a secret door, but has no idea how to open it. What do you do?
So, there is a secret door here, guys, but I have no idea how to open it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I got claimed.
Montague, I feel like maybe you would. Do you think you can open this? I feel like you're good with this.
Lexi, where is the door?
So how long is the wall? How big is the wall?
It's huge. I mean, the wall is very large. It takes up the whole
25
back.
feet.
Yep.
Okay,
At least.
25, 30. Somewhere here in the middle, maybe actually to the side. Hold on a second. Actually, I don't know. It's on this wall somewhere. I have this sense.
Yeah, I walk up to the
Somewhere
wall.
here. Somewhere right around here.
In this vague area.
So between my hands, I think.
Like, I just imagine Lexi, this elf, straddling the wall. It's over in this area. It's over in this area.
I'm just like plastered up against it.
And I knock. With
There's-
the spell knock.
Oh! So you knock against it, and all of a sudden you hear, you see a line of magic just in the center. So all the crevices you were looking at, it actually is a crevice that just appears, like, in between them, just like straight down.
Is it right in the middle?
Yep.
In between? Right in the middle of me? Okay.
You're cut
Lexi
in
steps
half.
aside.
Just split open.
Step aside, yeah.
Finger of
All right,
death.
so you cast knock, and all of a sudden you notice that the door, the entire outline of the door appears. It looks as though this wall most likely pushes back and then would open. Your knock has revealed this, and you feel the door start to try to open, but it is locked with strong magics, and your spell will not break it.
Montague, what's wrong? It's not opening all the way.
It seems to be locked.
Yeah, isn't it?
Withdraw.
So, just repeat everything you say for like
good, it's good.
3
It's
and a
gonna
half
be-
hours. So,
It's good. It's a good
can
game.
can you do anything more?
Can I look at it and I want to see if it looks like it looks like there's been something magically cast on it.
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right, you guys. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm going to take my shield and cast a bolt of yellow light to try to interfere with the arcane light and dispel it.
Spell magic?
Yeah.
So visually, our cleric steps up with her large shield, and light begins to swirl around you as all of a sudden you begin to feel all of the area around you starts to kind of reverberate. You see that the stained glass on the sides of this large hall light up in white light. and a chalice sitting on the main altar that is now behind you because you're looking at the wall cracks. And the door opens.
Oh, I didn't even have to roll for it.
Noise. Wait, who did that?
Are you paying attention at all?
I'm just so fascinated by this outline.
Am I
of the
casting
doorway.
this behind her while she's just like still like half
I'm assuming that
straddled?
like visually, like let's take a zoom out. Like you're standing in the center of the room. The chalice breaks behind you. The rest of the group is standing to the left of you, looking at your magic. And you see Montague kind of as he's just cast knock, kind of looking at the door. But Lexi is the only one to the right, still straddling part of the wall. And then it opens.
I did it.
Okay. What did we see?
An antechamber. So the large wall, so the wall opens into another smaller room, and you see a golden door.
A door made of gold?
A golden door.
Is this room lit?
The room is only lit by the light that is coming in from the other room. And of course, the 2 torches in the sconces as well.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Yep.
I'm going to roll to make it invisible. 13 plus 12.
Okay, the wall is going to see if it can see it. Well, you don't know.
Okay. And I move it forward, and I try to push the door open.
The door does not
The
open.
gold door.
The gold door does not open. It is stronger than 5 pounds.
Does it have handles?
It does have handle.
So I try pulling it open.
It seems as though it is locked. So the mage hand does not open it.
How big is this room?
The death curse on the door. Mage hand.
How big is the room?
It's probably a 10 by 5. Like it's not very large.
Can I just do a perception to see if there's anything that looks like it might be a contraption?
Traps?
Or traps or anything to
Yeah,
open?
search for traps.
That's gonna probably be around 20.
All right, so 20, you look around the room and it doesn't look like they built traps. It looks like the door itself was the main deterrent.
All right, I walk in and out of my finger I shoot up a single bulb of light so it lights up the room.
Yep, totally lit now.
Nothing new. Nothing that was like hiding in the corner of the shadow.
You notice now that the intricate details of the door, they are one of the most gaudy of the whole castle. Like the castle itself is pretty... It's not bare, it's beautiful, but it's not ostentatious. This door is ostentatious. It's overly elaborate, it's gilded in gold. You see gemstones on it.
Is it a push or a pull?
It has a little, it looks like it would pull open.
I think it's a pull because I tried pushing and it didn't budge, but it could be just a little heavy because it's made of gold.
How did you... You were standing over by us when you...
So remember when I just cast Mage Hand and then I went invisible?
She does that a lot.
Hey, what I miss?
Now, do they see this?
They do not see this.
Oh, so I was just telling them that I cast Mage Hand
I'm gonna go over
and made it
the door.
invisible.
So he's gonna do this. Give me a second. Then let's go ahead. So Yesin, right? Yesin.
Yesin.
Is an invisible sprite, and it appears nobody else can see it. However, I would like the 2 of you to roll Wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
17.
Boom.
24.
Boom. So you begin to talk to it, and they kind of look over at you like, again, they've never really believed. Maybe they might think that you're just kind of not with it. You see them as you're talking. You kind of look over at them, and all of a sudden their eyes shine with stars.
Their eyes?
Their eyes. And they see her.
I'm not
You'll
gonna...
see.
I don't take any... I don't think I'm not too distracted by your eyes because I've seen it before in ours. So I'm not really...
Ooh, is it the same?
You see Yesin.
Okay, so I'm not taken back, really. I'm just like, yeah, so I seen it. It looks, from first glance, it looks like a push. But then upon looking at it further, it looks like a pull.
Patsy, I have no idea what you're talking about.
The golden door in front of us.
How
How
come?
come you're not asking me where I've been?
Hey,
Oh, oh yeah. So how have you been? Where have you been?
Good.
Like, what is,
Hey, little thing.
what is this?
Little thing, I see you.
What's no? It's okay. Wait. Let's. What? What do you mean you saw her?
I could see it. I want to see if she could talk to me.
She is gone.
You saw the
I
sprite?
saw her.
The glowy thing?
Yes.
You haven't been crazy?
Did you see it?
I'm not here.
Not there. You see the dog barking.
Okay.
Somehow trapped in the body.
Sometimes. Still not transforming back.
I don't think the dog saw it. Well, what did it look like to you? Are their eyes still
Like a little fairy?
They're not
stars?
They're not starry anymore.
Looked like a little fairy.
Is that what you saw?
Yes.
Okay. What colors?
Purplish, blue, sparkly.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
Typical
same.
green
Yeah.
fairy wings.
Well, it's like an orb, sort of. Yeah.
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 Is that what you see all the time?
Sometimes I'd say probably.
Do you think that she could she see us?
15%. She looked terrified based on the glow of it.
Could
There's
she
really
see
no
us
facial
before?
expression.
Or can she only see you?
She's never acknowledged you before, and you all have looked at me like I'm crazy. Do you realize I'm not crazy?
I don't think that...
I was never really sure. I was kind of on the fence. I thought like maybe you were crazy, but maybe like you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm you're very much crazy still. That thing's following you. Even if I can see it, you somehow have infected me.
Well, I'm sorry that you feel that way.
At this moment, you hear ill-fitted armor, the sound of ill-fitted armor, kind of, and the heavy heaves of someone out of breath as they come barreling into the room, alone. They are carrying a large, what looks like a pike. Guys,
Who is
it is your good friend Rogan.
Okay.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, so I went for Vina, and unfortunately I found Gareth.
Okay.
It's not that much of a downgrade, but
I can't find Vina anywhere. I've looked, I put out an alert, I told the man to light the beacon, he said this is not an emergency, he will not light the beacon until Vina tells him. I said I cannot find Vina, and so he won't light the beacon, and I don't have the authority
What
to
did
make him
Gareth
light the
say?
beacon. Gareth said, I'll handle this, and then he ran away with men I've not seen before.
Should Ned and Lando get in on this?
uh-oh.
I mean, they drank a lot last night, so they might not be...
But they drink a lot every night, so they're probably doing better than most.
That's true. So maybe they're the ones we should help.
I'm
Yeah.
extremely concerned that... I know your speech last night was incredibly moving. I heard about it from people, but without Vina, we need him.
Where is Gareth?
The last I saw him, he was heading up to whatever to meet you in Cecil's playroom.
Why don't you go get help from Lando and Ned?
Lando?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they'll help?
The Golden Inquisition will always help.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I need a moment to see. But do you have any flask of water?
Yeah. Hand him my
He
water
just
sack.
starts drinking it, but like in that just spilling over himself.
15% of it's getting into his face.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Never knew the day god was going to be so thrilling. He runs out.
Is it morning? I forget.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
10? 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably like
8,
9:45, just to be that person.
Montague, have you?
9:46.
Were you looking?
Now it is.
Were you looking at that door? Is it locked? Can you open it?
Yes,
It reminds me of Keelix because it is so over the top.
Wait a minute. Lexi looks at it
That
again.
is a good point.
Does it remind her of the intricacies on the mirror?
It does not. You don't have to roll for it. You know that these are different.
Okay, guys.
The intricacies on the mirror are like not made by human hands.
This is different from the mirror.
Yeah, this looks like
Yeah, I'd like to investigate.
shit.
Investigate.
Compared to the mirror, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look good.
Ooh, that's 24?
Are you looking for anything in particular?
25.
Oh, in that case.
Mainly a...
Will you look for that terrible symbol that Keelix makes?
Pretty sure he No, I will
I'll
not,
I'll let you add that in for free.
Add that in for
Are
free.
you? What are you looking specifically? Are you trying to investigate on this?
How to open it and like.
So you look at the door. You notice that there are many different gemstones inside of it. Your investigation leads you to believe that there are sapphires, rubies, perhaps even a few diamonds in the door. You also notice that the door is possibly latched on the inside, like through the wall. You see no mechanism to open it, but with your high investigation score, you believe that there is a keyhole inside of one of the gemstones. Like, looking at this, it looks like it's a perfect way for like a mechanism to slide out or in. You have not found that, but that's what you believe. You believe that somehow this door has a secret keyhole. You also believe that it is very intricately locked. Probably gear systems like bank safe lock.
Okay. I don't think we can just knock. I'd like. Oh.
But Lexi, aren't you like super good at picking locks and doing that
I'm
shit?
already on it.
All right, can I help you in any way?
Probably not. So,
I'm gonna like give
You're
you
gonna
like
hinder
some
me.
motivation.
I gotta get in the zone.
Can I like try to like inspire her to do better? Like a pep talk.
Like through guidance?
Like no.
Like through persuasion?
Through the
Yeah, like just
action.
like a pep talk. Like a pep talk.
Don't be trash.
Okay, so what do you say to Lexi in this pep talk?
Lexi, you are the best at picking locks, and I just think if you really concentrate, you could do anything you want, and you're so much smarter than anyone ever thought because you're not crazy, you're really talking to a real thing, and that means you probably can do this, and I think you could do it.
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
I think his invisibility wore off on some kind of illusion he makes.
Can I persuade another character to guide them and help?
Sure, let's do it.
There's an eraser in here.
What? That was a nice speech.
20.
Perfect. We'll see what happens.
Okay, so I'm pulling out the tools. There's like a little mirror on a rod, and the mirror can swivel. It's not completely mobile, but it swivels. And I put that in the invisible hand and the tools, and I wave it over and say, "Stand back." And I step, 5 or so feet away, and I'm like doing this with my fingers while the tools are.
Why don't you ever use your hands?
All right, sir. So it's going to be either I'll let you use intelligence or dexterity. Whatever skill you think would be appropriate.
So I'm proficient, so I'll add my proficiency bonus.
Yep.
So that's a 5 plus 4 is 9. And you're allowing me to look at.
Well,
so it's like sleight of hand. It would be like some type of intelligence check.
So sleight of hand.
Sure.
Yeah, you got a 10 there.
I have a 12 there. So 9 plus 12.
21.
All right, 21.
That's gonna help a lot. Hey, I did a math.
Yep.
So you begin to go through, and like your skill is evident. People are watching it. Like you find the secret keyhole. Like you're moving your magic hand around. You notice that one of the gemstones actually pushes out. So,
That one pushes out.
this one is not real.
It's not real though.
You see that there is a very, very intricate lock. I'm talking like the key looks like it would have to be from the movie The Fifth Element.
This is the most
that's
intricate.
the skew key, like the one that comes out of the. Anyways,
Yeah.
no one's seen that.
A toothbrush.
But
So much detail.
so normally your skill would have opened up any other door. It does not open this door.
Guys, my skill would normally open up a door, but it is not opening up this door. Sorry.
I'd like to.
I'm so amused.
I'm having fun with it. It's giving me content. You're feeding me lines. It's not opening.
You know, it's one of those golden rules of improv. When somebody says something, just repeat it.
Yes.
Just repeat it back to it. Just
Yeah, David, I wonder if, does this door look breakable?
Wait, where is it?
I'd like to.
anything's breakable.
I'd like to go back to the door and and investigate the gems because one of them popped out.
Yep, he's holding it. Well, sorry, she
The-
has it in the mage hand.
There. It's just floating.
Why don't you ever use your real hands?
In
Which
case
gem is
I've
this?
been shocked a number of times, and it's uncomfortable. This pinky sort of numb from it.
Which gem is that?
It's the one there, and I point, and it's the one floating in the hand.
It's
right in front of the door.
It's
Blue.
a ruby.
It's a blue one.
Oh no, it's
Blue.
blue.
Yes,
It's blue. Yeah, blue.
But under the certain light.
yeah,
It's a sapphire.
there's so
I'm
much light.
colorblind, so no.
It's blue like a blue
I
blue
can
ball.
only see in shades of gray.
You know, like a blue
I
ball.
cast light.
One day, I don't know why I find that so funny. I think it's because I read the whole player's handbook.
We read it so
Every
many times.
single time it talks about dark vision, it says you can only see in different
Yeah,
shades of
because you
gray.
just keep reading.
Like, so I read it like probably 30 times, so now it's funny to me.
Yeah, it's funny things.
So the blue one.
The blue one.
Like the,
Is there? I would like to see if there's like an order, like if it's some kind of
There's
like
any
circle.
type of
like it
pattern.
Your
starts in the
25
middle.
investigation, you do
Yeah,
not
you got
discern
anything?
it. Yeah, you're pretty confident there's not.
So, I want to look around this room for, like, so you pulled the gem out. What do I see now? Where
You see
gem
the
was-
intricate, like you see a very tiny keyhole, but it's like a hash X with like some different lines. Like it's very complicated. You don't think you could build a key for this?
No, like, but where would the key? Where are we gonna find this key? Like, who do we
It's
think
tiny.
made this
Like,
door?
You think that it's like probably a key like this big.
So
I'm gonna look the room.
I wanna just reiterate kind of the room that you're standing in is it's all hewn stone on all sides and it's not very large. So like you haven't like entered into another room. So for example, when the door opened, the entire wall moved in and moved out, and you saw an antechamber. An antechamber is just kind of like another room
Like
that's
an
an
indent.
offshoot of another room. So it's almost like walking from this room into that room. That's kind of it.
Sure.
So it's you could still see all of the cathedral and everything.
So, like, who do we think made this door? Who would have the key?
Wait. I'm not sure, but hold on 1 second, and I get on the ground. And is there dust?
Not a lot. It looks like people have come through here recently.
So I can see other footprints or stuff marks.
Yep.
So there's been people here recently.
Did they go through the door, or is there maybe a trap door?
Do I see like
Is this a red
for
herring?
traps.
do I see like marks on the ground where the doors would open, or is the door set up higher?
You do not see marks on the ground. It is set exactly on the ground, but you do not see marks on the ground.
Before we came in here, what did you say was right outside this room? The last game, was it is there some type of central like what is in the first room?
So the Grand Cathedral has pews. It's like a throne room / altar. So there's an altar. So the way it works is you walk into the room.
Uh-huh.
It's huge. Different pews, altar, throne. You guys went behind the throne to the wall.
Okay, I think we need to look on the
Yeah,
altar and the
yeah.
throne and
Let's
see
split
if there's a key somewhere hidden on there. So I'm gonna go look at the altar.
I'm gonna go for. I heard the sound of breaking.
Sure.
from-
So you guys head on over to the altar. You notice that the glass cup has shattered. So like the chalice has shattered. Like the top of it is shattered, but the base of it is still there.
Can I see? Is there like I want to look and really like investigate the base of this thing and see if
Right.
maybe there's like a key.
Okay.
Will you look at it with me?
So you guys head over and you see that the cup has shattered. The magic that you dispelled actually broke it, and you believe that this had been a conduit for the magic. So it broke the chalice. You walk up and almost immediately, the top of the thing, you unscrew it, pop it out, and at the bottom you see a key.
Okay,
I think that's it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I go see if the key. Montague, look,
Oh,
It's in the base of the chalice.
the base of the chalice.
The one
the
that.
one that we broke.
That sounds all right.
So you have grabbed this key. You had investigated it as well. You didn't do exactly what she said. So let me go ahead and get a perception check for as you're going over to the altar, taking a look at everything.
I can't see what that is.
7.
Plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, so your eye catches there's a lot of other stuff on the altar, but when she says I've got the key, it kind of pulls your attention away.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You head over to the door with the key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I'd like to. In my grand investigation, did I notice any of the detail on the door, or was it solely on trying to figure out how to open it?
You see lots of detail on the door, but it's all incredibly gaudy. There's no discernible designs. It almost feels like it's completely out of place with the rest of the castle. But it's beautiful.
Does it feel like Sammy could have just
it looks bedazzled. Looks bedazzled as heck.
Like Helix or Sammy would like it.
It looks almost like you guys should pull some of these gems off and pocket them. That's what it.
Dude, I know, but they're in gold.
I don't believe in it.
They're in gold. You can't just pull them off.
No, you'd have to have tools. But there's some valuable stuff. Just saying, you need some diamond dust.
Yeah, but I'm gonna break at the door.
So the blue gem that I've taken
is not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
Think that,
feeling it. It's too light. It's almost like a cubic circle.
Well, when we go through the door,
like quartz,
there could be tons of gems behind the door, or maybe a way to use some of them. But we got to get through the door. So Montague, you keep stopping me. Are we ready to go through the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. No.
I put the key in the door.
You put the key in the door. You turn. You hear. And the door opens.
In?
The door is this thick, and it opens in.
It is an in door.
You were wrong.
I thought it was a pull.
You could have simply pushed.
That was the greatest trap of all. Inside, you see a fairly small another room with a pedestal. On top of it sits nothing.
Is the pedestal made of stone?
It is.
Is there light in this room?
There is a light, like one of those beams of light that comes down from no discernible area,
Sure.
and then you see the dust, particulates
Leave
glistening.
the aesthetic this time.
I'm gonna bonus action, for lack of a better term, my mage hand over to carefully move through the dust right above the top of the pedestal.
It just moves the particulates away.
Okay, and I bring it back.
Now, looking at the back of the door, is it also the whole thing gaudy?
The back of the door looks like steel.
So there's no gems on this side.
No.
Oh, what would they be hiding in here? There has to be something. Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
19.
You look around the whole room, and at the back of the wall, you see this. It looks like a mask that's embedded into the stone. Its mouth is closed, but you see something shining through the mouth.
I go up and look right up at where it's shining.
You see, quite frankly, the largest ruby you've ever seen on the other side of the mouth.
To where I couldn't grab it?
You would have to hold it with two hands.
But would my hands fit through it?
Nope, the mouth is completely
hidden.
Sealed. You just see it shimmering.
Montague, what is she doing?
There is the biggest ruby I've ever seen behind here.
We don't need to touch that. We need to find Darius.
No, but why? Why is it back here? Is it powering something? Is there a trap?
There is no sound in this room.
Why would somebody go through this much just to hide a ruby? This is weird.
8 perception to look around the room for other masks and rubies.
Does this mask look like it could... I want to see if it could potentially open.
It looks like it could open, but you don't know how. it's literally built into the wall, and so you don't see how there's a way.
Does it look like it's magical?
I don't know how you would.
Does anybody have the ability to detect magic?
I think there's more pressing matters. I'm gonna go investigate the pedestal?
Pedestal. The pedestal is it looks like a small pillar that goes up to a flat top. There's light shining down on it. Looks like you could put something on top of it, but there's no holder, nothing like that. It's just a pedestal. And it's completely empty, meaning that either something goes there or somebody has taken something recently.
I'm pulling out the toy, Cecil's toy that I took from her room, and thinking, I have that look on my face that's you can see the gears. That's all.
He's not an automaton. He's like...
I just want to see if magic like would activate this anyway, so I'm going to light up my hand with Spare the Dying for this mask, and like just like trace it with like magic just to see if anything happens, like if it reacts to magic in any way.
It does not react to that spell. No. So
Lyra.
Something's weird. I have a feeling. Look at this.
I walk over, and as I do, I just, not even thinking, I just set the toy on the pedestal and walk over to her, looking at the gemstone. Is it red? A red ruby? A ruby's all red?
Mm-hmm. It's a really beautifully shining ruby.
Oh.
You hear a... as the pedestal sinks slightly.
What caused that?
You put something on it.
Oh, just from...
And all of a sudden you
That's
see
it.
the mouth kind of... And you see a ruby. The largest ruby you've ever seen. It's almost calling to you to grab it. I mean, it's so huge.
No, I feel like it's gonna be... I
So-
feel like it's a trap.
It's a trap!
You put too much investment in the
Remember when you
ruby.
asked me why I don't touch things? I use my mage hand.
Watch!
For shit like this.
See, I do. Grab it bare hand.
How big is the opening now?
You could put both your hands in and pull the ruby
I
out.
want to touch the ruby. I don't want to grab it. I want to just touch it.
Okay, so she's saying no. So you go to touch it. You're like, no.
I'm like,
no.
I'm just like.
I'm gonna see how
I'm
persuasive I am.
I'm pulled toward it. I just want to touch it.
So do you stop
It's
her?
shiny.
I 19 to persuade, but I know
If
it's
she wants to stop you, or will you listen
I'm
to
like,
your...
hey,
I'm not gonna grab. I'm not gonna take it. I
I
just
don't
want
want
to
you to touch it.
Why?
Because that's when shit happens. It's not a matter of pulling, it's a matter of touching.
No, it's probably like a pressure plate. So if we take it, something's gonna happen. But what if it's not real?
You mean like this?
No, like what if it's an illusion?
Well then let me touch it with the mage hand. I go over there and I have the mage hand grab onto it.
The force touches the ruby and nothing happens.
Then I touch it, just with my finger.
Are you sure?
I
Why?
don't stop you.
Like
I take a step aside.
Montague, are we afraid to touch some? Are we afraid to touch this?
I don't think. I don't.
I'm not.
I don't know. It's like there's.
What if it's illusion? What if there's something behind it? What if there's something like what? Can I see anything behind it?
Wait, like
You don't
How
see
big
anything
is
behind
this?
it.
Like,
It looks like this room is for the ruby.
Can you give me
No,
the?
but like why? It's just a ruby.
The sapphire?
Why?
Yeah,
indeed?
well it's a blue
I
gem,
touch
but
it
it's fake.
with
All
my
right.
finger.
You take
I
it.
touch it with my
It's from the
finger.
door.
Just my finger.
Okay, you touch the ruby.
I just want to see if it's real.
As I'm handing
like a
him
big
the
old red
blue
button.
fake.
Nothing happens.
Okay. You guys see?
Oh.
Freaking out for nothing.
Oh.
It implodes.
So
I then
mage
put the
hand.
ruby on the pedestal. Does it go
You
down?
take the ruby.
No, not the ruby. Sorry, the sapphire.
Okay, you put the
The fake-
sapphire on
the
the
fake
pedestal.
The fake sapphire.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
I think the ruby needs to go on the pedestal.
But in order to get the ruby, we had to put something on the pedestal.
I know, but now I can grab the ruby.
Let me grab it.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm right here.
You're way too cautious.
If you had my hand, you would be cautious
If
too.
you've touched as many rubies as me,
I think we should put the ruby on the pedestal.
Then let me do it. And I
Lexi's
use mage
just-
hand, which
The
is
ruby is obviously heavier than your mage hand
it,
can
it
carry.
can carry 10 pounds, just so you know. But it can't
Perfect.
activate magical items. That's its flaw.
sure.
It grabs the. I command
Love
it
it.
to grab.
It has
the
to
ruby.
have. You need 2 hands to grab it.
No, use my other one. And I just grab it with the other, not really thinking.
You have 2 mage hands.
No, my real hand.
You pull the ruby out, and the mouth clamps shut immediately, and the door slams shut.
Ah, shit, I told you.
All of a sudden, at this moment, the central pillar just drops, and you see gas begin to fill the room.
Ah. No, I know. I look up to where the light's coming from.
Huh?
I look up to see where the light's coming from.
There is, it's the light goes out. You're in darkness.
Shoot. Montague!
Except for there's light above you! So you can't see. You see the gas begin to come up. It's a kind of almost colorless, but it has a slight tinge of blue.
What is... The pedestal fell down. I want to look down to where it fell.
It looks like it's a small, little, tiny room that was containing gas.
Is the dog with us? Or has the dog been locked out?
Oh, the dog is now scratching against the golden door.
Clara, do something with the gas! Clara, shoot, she's low. Someone pick her up. How heavy is the dog?
No, she's on the other side, scratching the golden wall.
Side. Oh gosh.
Very distant.
Oh no.
If only she were here.
What's he scratching?
I want to look down and see, like...
Plug the hole with the ruby.
I want to see where the gas is coming from, and I want to see if I can, like, stop it.
Lexi, plug the hole with the ruby.
So it's just a room that was releasing...
Oh, the ruby?
Yeah, I want to look where the gas is being released from.
No, that is it. Like, this room is where the gas was, and it's just releasing the gas.
It's like a little...
So it's not shooting more.
It's not shooting more. Just... It's up to your...
Can I see that ruby?
Oh,
yes,
quickly.
please.
Here, okay.
Mage hand and pick up...
I lay down on the ground. I take the ruby, and can I like reach?
So
the
as soon as you lay down into the ground with the gas, I'll need a will save.
A will save?
It is a will save, yes.
Well, before the ruby is put on.
Oh.
Nat 20.
You're holding your breath like nothing. Hey! You ain't even affected. You ain't even affected by it.
This gas is fine. It's not gonna hurt you.
I quickly summon my mage hand and grab Cecil's toy.
You grab Cecil's toy
Okay.
off of the... Yeah.
I'm on the ground, and like I'm looking at the... Can I see the pedestal?
Yeah, it has fallen into a purely... It's
inside.
flush. Yeah.
Concave.
It's flush.
And put the
it's
ruby
flush.
right
So you just... the ruby's too big, so it fits into the hole of the pedestal, like kind of trying to stop the gas. At this point, the gas is covering up everybody. I'll need will saves from the two of you.
I'm holding my breath.
You're fine.
Still need a will save.
Not 20.
She's OP!
Yeah. Give him some roll.
18.
You're totally fine. So all of you you get a good breath of the gas, and you start to feel super drowsy, and then don't. You're just like, and what you realize is that the spell that is cast in the gas is sleep. You are completely unaffected by it, and the rest of you are just kind of like, you're too powerful for it.
We gotta get out of here, though.
So I look inside the mask. Is there another lever or a button? Or
I put the ruby in my bag.
You put the ruby in your bag. Unfortunately, it's not real.
It's not real.
It's not real.
How do I know?
As you're holding it in your hands, you believe that it is glass.
It is still worth something.
It's
Especially to somebody who thinks it's real.
for sure.
But none of us know that or have that feeling, right? Okay. Is there anything inside the mouth?
Nope.
I try to close it. With force.
It's closed.
It's closed. It closed already.
I try to open it.
I mean, strength if you'd like to try to really rip it open.
I mean, that's what I'm doing. 18 plus my strength, and my strength is 19.
I mean, yeah, you get it. It starts to... Meanwhile...
That's 12.
Meanwhile, you hear a... And a... And the door opens, and you see a dog, on its hind legs as it's pushed a key into the...
Thanks, Clara.
Yo.
So does the gas
So why-
seep
no, no,
into
no.
the other room?
Yep,
or is
and
it
the
just-
dog
okay.
falls asleep.
Listen. This ruby's fake. So why would this room be here to hide a fake ruby?
You really think a ruby in the wall is gonna be real?
Well,
You think
what's
it's not a trap?
the point of this
It's
room?
a giant ruby. Why don't you think
No,
it's
why
real?
would
I go
you
to
have
the
to-
other.
Why would
I
you
don't
have
know.
this room? Why would this room exist?
It doesn't make sense. There has to be a reason. There has to be something.
Oh, maybe
I look up.
It's a reason.
What's up? What was that light?
The room is now whatever. There's nothing else in the room.
I'm investigating the rest of these gems on this door.
Does
Any
the
of them
pedestal
real?
come back up?
Once the door opens, yes.
Okay.
Are any of these gems real?
And you see the mouth, and you kind of hear a click, and another ruby is in its mouth.
Red?
Red. This time like a green.
So it's not a ruby.
Probably an emerald.
Maybe an emerald.
Fake.
It's all fake. Maybe put the ruby on the pedestal now. Now maybe that'll work.
All right.
We already used the gas.
Gas, the pedestal falls.
Okay,
Gas
I was
begins to come
investigating the pedestal.
No. I want to hold. Can
So
somebody
we-
hold the door open this time, please?
No.
I don't think I'm...
You're outside, though, so you have the key. Will save. You're fine. You
Yeah.
can't be affected.
I nat 20.
You're breathing a new gas.
Do I have
A new greener gas.
Am I?
Greener.
I'm a
This
half.
time it's poison cloud.
I'm a half elf.
You can't be
Magic can't put me to sleep.
Then you're fine.
Okay.
He opens the door. At this moment, you believe that
I
this
choose
room
not to.
is nothing.
No.
As the
That's
pedestal
stupid. It
comes
can't
back
be
up, I'm
nothing.
gonna investigate
No one would
the
make this
pedestal.
room.
I
I
did
look
that.
at this door and see if these gems are real after
Okay.
he's done.
I've done that to my friends
Do I have
once.
to roll for?
Investigate.
22 on the pedestal, investigating the pedestal. Like all four sides. I've seen it go up and down a few times now.
You now look in the entire room. You discern nothing of any interest.
Investigation 19.
There are many different gems on the door. You'd have to pry them out to get a very good look. The way that they are inset in the door, they look real.
I'm gonna try to pry one out.
Pry one out.
I got a dagger. What do I have to roll?
Lyra, are you taking those gems?
I want to see if they're real. This
Can't
room
you
has to
just tell?
exist for something. No, I can't tell. I tried.
Pry it open.
What do I roll? Strength?
Strength.
Yeah. 10.
Nope, I won't do it.
Can I investigate the rest of the room with the pillar to see if there's another way
So
out?
they have just investigated the room. There is nothing discernible in this room.
I expressed
100%.
Oh,
How many
I'm
times
sorry.
am I allowed to
This
try that?
room's
Can I
like a
try
fall-
I thought it was just a pillar.
That one.
No, you would need to use tools or something.
I had a dagger.
It's not good.
like a jeweler's tool, probably.
Oh.
To get
I don't
the-
know. I feel weird about this. I feel like why would anyone do this?
Yeah, I'm confused.
It has to be. There has to be something hidden.
I look on
here.
the ground for footprints.
Sure.
17 plus what? Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 8. 17 plus 8.
So you did notice that people had walked through recently. They look to have walked up to the door. That's it.
Can anyone see if there's an invisible creature in here? Because something came up to the door.
I put the ruby down
Okay.
and I take out my axe. I'm gonna break it.
The ruby.
Yeah, I want to
Do
break
it.
it. I want to see if there's something.
Strength it out.
Maybe there's something hidden
Do it.
inside of it.
Love it.
16.
Boom! The thing just blows into glass.
Whoa! What are you doing?
Shards of glass everywhere.
Is there anything in there?
There's nothing in it.
What are you doing?
I'm
Now there's
looking
red
for
glass all over
I'm
the floor.
looking for what the
Okay.
purpose of the room.
I thought it was still a ruby. It looked obviously.
Montague is holding a dog that is asleep in his arms.
I wouldn't.
It's
Clara.
I throw it down.
Dude, did you say the footprints stopped at the door?
They stopped at the door.
They didn't go in?
You don't see footprints on the other side of the door.
Guys, I don't think they actually came into this room. So I go back and I put myself in the place of those footprints. Like I take a moment to actually like really put my foot in the same spot. And then I stand there like, all right, so if it was Darius, he stands like this. And then I'm going to cast Disguise Self. And that
look like
is
Darius?
to exactly the same height and size. It's one action on self for an hour, not concentration. My body type, I can be thin or
You
fat.
look like Darius to a certain extent. They know the difference
Right.
pretty much immediately, but
Hey guys, so I'm Darius for a moment. Just give me a second.
I can tell the
So I'm
difference.
like their height. So given like the height that's changed and my structure, I should be in the right, about the right spot. Is there anything I notice?
so you're looking at this and you begin to look at this room and you're starting to think that this room is a red herring.
This room is a fish.
You
Wait,
spent this
Oh, wait,
40
is there anything a
minutes,
bird?
15 minutes on a red herring.
Okay. This room is a distraction
Yeah, it's definitely a distraction.
from something else close by. Like there has to be something else.
I go investigate the throne.
You look at the throne,
Is there a way to just push it?
so you begin to mess with the throne. There's no way to push the throne.
I go back to the altar
Please.
and I go look around the altar.
You begin to look around the altar. Perception. The 12 was not high enough.
20.
20. You look at the altar and you see that the altar is broken. You have found a key. There's a lot of different papers. There's a beautiful little it's a large bowl that looks like you could do like different blessings and things. Nothing. So you see. Let's go ahead and go through. There's a small, beautiful little locket on it. There are some different papers. It looks like somebody's come and arranged things recently. When you had gone down the first time, remember you moved the altar in order to get to the secret dungeon below. You notice the secret latch on the side of the altar that, when moved, We'll move the entire altar back and forth. And finally, you see you see some different holy relic symbols and a very plain cup.
Okay, I pick up the locket.
Okay.
And I try to open it.
You open the locket, and it just has a blessing from Historius on it.
Okay, and then I want to look. You said there are some relics.
There are little holy relics. Most of them look as though they are in the shape of different spindles or threads, needles, things like that.
And then, so everything looks pretty like it should be here, but like I want to pick up the cup.
You pick up the plain cup.
Yeah.
The plain cup, so as you lift it up, it has no real discernible features on it. It looks almost like a clay cup.
This doesn't look like it should be here. It's out of place. What do the papers say?
They are just
Hymns, prayers, or something?
No, they're like scrawls from Darius, little notes. There's some photos that he's drawn. Nothing discernible. You could investigate them thoroughly if you wish, but
does it look like this stuff was put here for a reason?
no.
No.
It's a little disheveled, to be honest with you.
I want to I'm going to take the locket with me. I want to, because you said there's a little blessing inside. Yep. I want to take that with me. We might.
Okay.
I feel like that could
What
be.
does Darius say? He's like, whenever we see him, I'm still disguised as Darius. And I'm sitting on the throne.
It is I, Darius.
Oh, right. It is I, Darius, the first prophet of Historius. The first prophet of Historius.
You hear something on the throne click.
I'm sitting on the throne.
Right where Darius would sit, you notice, like, you kind of see how I'm sitting at the thing?
Yeah.
There you see a small circle lower on the handle. Like it's like a little, it's about this big, and it just kind of...
Oh, okay. So...
Does it look like the cup would go in it?
It does look like something cylindrical.
I'm totally Darius, the first prophet of Darius.
Darius, this cup.
Yes.
Take it.
Yes,
Put it
Mayhem.
in there.
Thank you.
No,
Darius,
I
we're
walk
doing
up.
this way!
Yes, the flare.
Use his sexy.
Flare. So he talks higher, right? He's like, "Oi!"
Will you
Just
put the
the cup
in
is
the thing?
exploding, and like, whoa!
Will you put the cup in the thing?
Only if you call me by my true name.
Darius.
Yep.
The first prophet of Historius.
You see the door behind, so like you're sitting, you can't see it, but everybody else sees it. The door, the golden door, shuts. And almost as though it's on a round table, you see something. You see a plain wooden door take its place. Meanwhile,
You can stop that.
All right. One-armed Willie.
All right.
That's not your name.
David hits the ground, coughing, looking at where your arm used to be. Your shield hits the ground with a clank. Clink. Your sword still bloody in your other hand. It has now been kicked out of your hand. Remember the guy kicked it out of your hand? You see a man dressed in all white looking down at you. As you look up, your sweat beating down your head, but they can't see your face because it's behind your mask. Maybe your helmet.
I'm not wearing any of my armor.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm just wearing my
Oh,
shield.
man.
I don't even have my shield.
That's
I
right.
Just have my sword.
I'm sorry.
I'm in
Thank you.
common
DM check. So anyways,
He now has his
We're gonna
armor.
Mark you for that one.
yeah. So anyways, you are looking at him, sweat drenched down your face. You look up and you see the surgeons pulling a tentacled, embryotic monstrosity out of the chest of someone who's still kicking as though they are alive. They have no remorse for the pain this person is feeling, and instead you kind of look and you see that they're muzzled and just as they are literally lifting this thing out as it's still attached to the heart. And with a yank, the heart rips from the corpse, and the thing literally kind of shakes, and the tentacles revive, like they kind of recoil and pull the heart up into themselves and latch into this like ball, this horrible bloodied mess. And the person is still kicking, even without their heart. The one looks over at you in his apothecary, the old apothecary masks. We have a new specimen. This, the one in the white that just kicked your sword, leans down with something glowing on their hand. It's almost to your face.
Is my arm still glowy?
Your arm,
Because
the runes are starting to burn out. Like they're going dark.
All right.
The ones that you use to cast the spell.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Is my sword still glowy?
Your sword is not glowy, but it is within reach.
Yeah, I'm going to grab my sword and just slash at this guy's arm.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
He's coming at you. You're going to go grab your sword before he reaches with your face. Dexterity saving throw.
Do it with your offhand.
What? What offhand?
Well,
Your offhand.
No,
No,
he's got it.
no.
He's got it. He's got his arm gone. Do it. Do it.
yes,
Come on.
he would have.
It's not a high DC, but it is important. David, you need at least a 10.
Oh,
Wait, hold up.
That's
It's dexterity?
Dexterity saving throw.
Hey, listen.
I get
Is he
a
proficient?
+2 to do this.
Don't mess this up.
What is that?
I think that's a...
18, so that's a 29. Yeah.
The sword goes into your hand immediately. You're so fast that you kind of slide on the floor, even though you're still that your arm, remember, it cauterized. But there's blood all the way down your side. You grab the sword, his hand is within reach, and you go to cut the arm. Attack.
rolled it.
I get a +9.
Hit him. Hit him.
Do I get my extra attack?
Attack first.
Attack. First attack.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Nat 1.
Yeah.
That'll be what it is then.
Well, if he rolls double net ones, is that even worse?
Yeah, roll it so you get the next
Hang on. Yeah.
Yeah, because let's see with his a nat 20 how disappointing that would be.
6.
All right. Nat 1. So. Oh, dude. My heart.
hurts.
My heartstrings.
Is there anything that you can do?
Odds or
Wait,
evens.
hold up. Can I see if I have anything that I can do?
Well, you don't
Another
have an arm.
12. Another d12.
Wait, hold up. Can I use my Indomitable?
Nope, it's not a saving throw.
oh, yeah.
You're attacking. All right, sir. Odds or evens?
Which one do I want?
Yep.
I want evens. Even Stevens.
Even Steve.
A prime number, please.
All right, here we go.
You just can't get.
You go to cut the arm. Like this is your moment. And the sword leaves your grip.
Like you throw it.
Like just, it falls. It is still within reach, but he is dang close. Do you do anything?
Remember, he's dang close.
So close.
Can I, like, just tackle him?
How?
No,
You've
no.
used your action.
What can I do? What can I do? I still have my bonus action.
If you have a bonus action,
Yeah.
Yes.
you might. I mean, yeah, I can't tell you how to play.
No.
Go ahead and take this moment. This incredibly important moment.
What can I do? What can I do?
I hope there are players out there going like, "Yeah, you're a fighter."
Know your character.
I
Eli,
do.
Eli, you have Indomitable. What else do you have?
As a fighter.
As a fighter.
I have accent surge, but
Yeah.
I've already used that.
Oh, you've already.
Wait a
Oh.
second. No, I haven't.
We
I forgot
rested.
to-
We
I forgot
rested.
to use everything.
we rested.
Oh.
I didn't do
You
everything.
should've.
So
I'm gonna do accent
action
surge to pick up.
So you go and grab your weapon.
I grab my sword.
I
All right,
grab
so,
my sword.
so you're moving at this point. You're
I
moving
throw
at
my sword.
inhuman speed. All right, but I want Fates to decide. Dexterity saving throw. You only need an 8.
I only need an 8.
Good.
Come on. 13.
Boom! You grab your sword.
Again.
At this point, he can't even imagine how fast you're moving. You gonna hit him?
Oh, yeah.
Disadvantage. You are aiming directly for the elbow.
Roll 2 dice at once. For
2 dice at
disadvantage.
once?
For
Yeah.
disadvantage.
I'll
You have
use
2d20.
Choose which one.
I
Is,
have-
yeah, it doesn't matter.
this,
Do it.
This one.
Do
this
it.
one.
Do it.
This one's my first one, so 11 and 10, so 19 or 20.
You would
19 or
since
20, so you take the 19
Yeah.
because it's disadvantage.
Right.
So all of a sudden, you have the sword. The arm comes right off. You just the arm goes flying into the air, and you stand up. At this moment, the apothecaries take a step back. Here's an armless person who they were just about to take, who has come out of a black mirror that sits behind you. And let's just live in this moment for a second. There's a dark mirror that he just flew through. Somebody comes for him. There's a creepy surgery going on, and you just, in human fast, grabbed a sword, cut the dude's arm off, and stood up.
How about grab the sword, drop the sword,
Grab the sword, stood up.
I pull out my sword. I put away my sword. I take off my helmet. Put my helmet back on.
It's just
I take
practice
off my
at this
helmet.
point.
Yeah.
There are three
Who's preparing you?
surgeons in the room.
I'm gonna point at the one that I draw.
Initiative.
Yeah, it is. And there's 3 of us.
Wait, hold up. What do I get to initiative?
Yeah,
I
we
get
all
your
get to play
dexterity.
against
Yeah,
you.
so I
You
get
have
a,
a few,
I gotta
like,
play.
Yeah.
I think alert.
I
These
get a
are
plus
level
4
9
because of
characters.
this, because I have half proficiency
Roll it out,
in
sir.
dexterity.
Just roll. Always just roll,
So,
but then find the
plus 4,
stuff.
15 plus 4?
19?
What?
Does alert
19.
give you a +5?
No, that's 15 plus 4. I roll 11
Yeah.
plus 4,
Oh, okay.
15.
You got it. Let him.
Yeah, that makes
let him
sense.
play his-
Your
Yeah.
alert. That's your
So, initiative score?
Plus 4?
Yeah, dude, just tell me everything.
Oh, 15.
Thank you,
plus
sir.
Yeah.
You go first. So, there is.
Wait, he had a 19.
No, I didn't. I had a...
He goes.
He didn't
Yeah.
roll.
So,
I'm sorry. Okay.
there is a surgeon that is now thrown back, but is holding a conglomerate mess of tentacle heart. Like the heart has eaten the tentacle, but it's like the mass is around the heart. There is what looks to be a feminine nurse. She has like one of those bone saws. She looks over at you, and then there is the one whose arm is severed, and he's grabbing it and screaming. His arm that is on the floor is still glowing, and then shrivels up. But he's like, he's the closest one to you. The other two, you see the woman grab the bone saw off the table and is looking at you, and you see the last one just kind of totally thrown aback. He's almost dropping the tentacled heart, and it's almost like slow motion. What do you do?
Alright. I'm run towards the lady with the bone saw and just attack her.
Okay.
So we'll get
Is she behind the table?
So he's running
Does he-
at a table that's facing himself.
Does he still get disadvantage, or is he?
He has a sword now.
Yeah, because
No.
it's only
Yeah,
one.
he's fine.
Okay.
So 4 plus 9 equals what? 13?
13.
13 to hit attack? Then I do have my...
It'll miss.
It'll miss.
It'll
That's
miss.
Extra attack. Net 1. Wow, this is not my game.
This is pretty bad. Odds or evens?
And that one.
Which one do I
Yeah,
want?
wait,
I want
Net 1.
even Stevens.
Odds.
You should mix it up.
You're just completely discombobulated. You've lost your arm, man. So all of a sudden your sword goes flying. It's about 6 feet away from you.
Okay, what would my AC be? Because
10.
10 plus your
dex.
dex.
my dex, so
Oh, yeah.
it's 12.
That's it. So boom, you hit. All right, so here we go, and the bone saw attacks you.
Okay.
Hit.
Oh, my
damage.
armor class is 14.
You have a +4 to dex?
I have +2, but since I'm a fighter, I get something that adds half of my proficiency to my dexterity.
Okay,
So, yeah.
perfect.
To
3
just
damage.
straight dex?
What is that?
What, just straight dex?
Well, what is the?
What is your ability that gives you that?
I've just only heard
I
of that.
just making
He's
stuff
like, I
up.
kind of want my arm for this.
Reaction, opportunity, other
But wouldn't your armor just be 10 plus dex?
Without
fighter
armor, it's 10
features,
plus dex.
fighting
So
style
this-
defense.
But I don't think you
consider
add a
this
proficiency
for
to your straight stat ever.
Improvise critical, no.
We're gonna-
Remarkable athlete. You can add 2 plus to any strength, dex, or con checks you make.
That's not
doesn't
your AC.
already. Okay.
So thank you, though. That's some clever
It does
thinking.
add it to my AC though.
What does it? Read it.
Remarkable athlete. To you check that doesn't already use your proficiency bonus, and when you make a long running jump, +5 to distance.
Does it
But
say
it
your AC?
adds.
It does not
No.
add it to
But
your
it
AC.
adds it to my AC just on this anyways.
No.
So
No,
I'm confused by that.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It automatically
say
does?
It adds it to any dexterity check.
You probably have your shield on, buddy.
Oh,
Your shield
yeah,
is a +2. You don't have.
Yeah.
So let's move on. So that way we're
Yeah,
going to keep going. You have a 12 AC. You've
Yeah.
taken 3 damage.
I've taken
She
3
stabs
damage.
you with the bone saw right in your arm.
Okay.
Okay? And I want a con save.
Con save.
This is a very, very dirty blade.
Not sexy dirty.
Con
Maybe both.
A little bit of both.
plus 8. 13.
Okay, so at this, you're not sure what happens, but that blade got a good cut on you, and it's rusty, and it don't look good, and it just cut a horrible tentacle demon out of somebody, and you just got cut with it. So here we go. Next person. Unfortunately, you were unable to mess with the guy who was about to drop the heart, so he grabs it, gaining full control back at it, and you see him take a step, and he lifts the heart towards you, and his eyes roll into the back of his head, and you don't know what he's doing. The final guy, with his arm being cut off, he loses a turn. He is completely just thrown away, just screaming.
Getting my pant back.
Back to your turn.
Super sweaty. All right. So is the lady with the bone saws here? So
Super
and I'm here. Would the guy with the tentacle be like right here or here?
He's on the other side of the table. So
Other
you
side
got
of the
it. You've
table.
got it visually right. I'm just doing theater of the mind right now, but yeah, that's about
Okay.
right. So you have attacked on the left side of a table. He's on the other side of the table. Your sword is thrown 6 feet away. You will have to move away from the nurse who is attacking you to get your sword.
Can I like kick the table into the guy with the
By all means.
With the
strength?
patient on it,
Just roll.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
my roll for
who's still shaking, by the way.
muzzled and shaking.
17 plus my strength?
Yep.
So 17 plus 5 is 22.
Boom! He kicks the table into. That's your action. So, boom! The table goes flying into the guy. He's going to try to maintain concentration.
Bonus action, I'm gonna shield bash the one lady.
You don't have your shield.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
Wait, didn't you say you had your shield?
No.
He literally
Yeah.
said, I
Why-
do not
can't
have my
remember
shield."
anything.
It's all good. He maintains concentration. He rolled very high. So he kind of takes a step back with it, and you're just kind of looking around the room. You still have your movement. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go for my sword.
Boom! You slide, grabbing your sword on your knees, but she will attack you with the bone saw, trying to cut at your cheek, hitting you for 7 damage. Sink! She gets a nick right across. This one you don't have to roll for. It didn't go in deep enough.
Still at 92 health.
Hey.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, roll a con save. That sounds great. Joking. All right.
Stick it down a little bit.
At this moment, the guy who is concentrating on the tentacle heart is going to roll a d4 for the rounds. 1 round. Next round, his ability will activate. So he's just, all of a sudden, you see his eyes, and he starts to, and you see these little sprouts coming off of the amalgamation.
Hands are too clammy.
The guy without an arm comes running up behind you and will attempt to grapple the back of you with his one arm. So he has disadvantage grapple checks.
What's
So this is
grapple
a
again?
strength.
And then you
Use
touch
athletics.
together and
You get to choose.
Or acrobatics, but I assume he wants to use athletics. He's
Yeah.
really strong.
Oh yeah.
You get to choose. Since you're being grappled.
So 3
He has disadvantage
plus
because he's got
9
one arm. Like me.
He also has one
12.
arm.
Huh?
12.
So disadvantage, sir. I think you're going to get
They
it.
both have one arm.
I think
And
so.
then 12 or yeah.
Boom.
How
Not
does
one.
arm grant?
Now,
Oh.
so he's like choking, like grabbing behind, like
Okay.
that.
Choking with the.
So he goes to grab one arm, and you just
Yeah.
turn, and he flips over you onto the ground. He is prone with his nat 1. It is the woman with the blade. She approaches. At this point, you can only see her with her apothecary mask.
Wait,
but
I didn't go.
No, she took an attack of opportunity.
She took an attack
Attack of
of
opportunity.
She comes running up, and as you flip over, she's going right for the back of your neck. She will take disadvantage to do critical damage to you. That'll hit.
You said disadvantage.
I know.
Oh.
That's a 4.
Miss. So she just barely skimming the back of your neck. Had it gone, she would have cut right into your vertebrae. But you are like trying to get a hold of the situation. It is your turn.
Can I move to where, if she is in front of me, I move next to her to where the guy with the tentacle creature
Sure,
is
absolutely.
aiming at her?
You're gonna line it up.
I'm attacking her.
Okay.
Come on. 21
Hit.
plus and an extra attack. And I don't think that would hit. 9 plus 2 was 11, so
We'll miss.
miss. So I still do.
She is
1,
really
2,
after you.
5, 10 damage.
Okay, so you go with your sword, you cut right up her abdomen, and she kind of, with the blade, is looking down just like... She is still alive, but you know you've at least halved her.
There's one guy on the ground.
Anything else?
What else can I do? I haven't used my bonus action. What a bonus action. What would I be able to do?
think you have a bonus.
You don't just have a bonus action. You have to have something that gives you a bonus action. If you had a dagger or something, you could do...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have more action,
No, you
action
can't.
surges?
You can always
only
attack
one.
with the second.
One
When you have
day.
another hand.
Or whenever you long rest.
Okay.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough, Allie. Rough.
Um,
I said he can attack, and she's like, not without a hand.
Yeah.
what?
I mean, could you bonus action a dagger?
Technically, he could drop his weapon, and he could, but that's so complicated.
He doesn't have anything.
Is there any
Like the
doors in
bunch
this
of
place?
Perception. Get a look around. Like, you're frantic.
Perception. What is that?
I didn't see it.
I think it was pretty sure it was a 12.
So 13.
13. You look around. You're focused on the fight. You're focused on the guy who's literally got some horrible tentacles coming out of this monstrous amalgamation, who's shaking. You see the corpse shaking. This room is probably only, I would say, 30 by 30. You do see a chained door at the end. One of those big, heavy metal doors with the bars on the, that you could see on the other. And as your perception kind of getting the ringing coming out of your ears, the moment of shell shock, you begin to hear screams coming from down the hallway as though people are being tortured or mutilated just on the other side of the door.
Neat.
Back to the action. At this, the guy on the ground stands up, a little concerned that you didn't take advantage of him being prone.
Oh yeah, I could have done.
Standing up, he looks over at a table next to him and grabs a syringe before running at your neck with disadvantage.
Do you need another evil
I've got
dice?
it. Missing, but barely.
I didn't know if you needed another evil dice.
No, that's a spin down. Right?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, then let's use the other evil dice. Evil dice, they're pointy and sharp. Okay, so, he misses. The woman, though, now seeing that you have regained your full ability, will just attack you.
What?
That one. Yeah! They're doing just as bad as you!
Yeah.
So she will odds. Missing. She goes to attack, and using your sword's hilt, you snap the sword out of her hand, and it skids on the ground. She runs toward it. Attack of opportunity if you'd like.
+9. 17.
Hit! The blood is trailing down her. She's like reaching for the dagger.
Max damage, so 13.
And as you tilt the hand, moment, boom, you hit the sword out, she goes to reach it, and you spin around, and her head lobs off of her body. Still inside the apothecary mask.
I ain't down today, you beast. I don't sentence.
It's good.
No,
You don't send it.
I love that. Hold on.
I
It
shouldn't
is
feel allowed to
8:18.
Shut it down.
I don't. New. Yes.
I don't beast.
Oh my god.
I shouldn't be able to word.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
No, this
Embrace
is-
it.
this is
Embrace it.
This is it.
At this moment, the tentacled creature.
David.
Are you ready?
Oh,
Change the music
no,
up just
I'm
a little
not.
bit. I don't think you are either. I want some we'll do the C word thing, right? No, that's too happy.
That's too happy. I need to.
Well, this song's got to be it, right? It's called Darker Days.
Dude.
Speaking of which, thank you, Sounstripe. So, anyways, you go in and you see the guy and the tentacles latch into his eyes and down into his throat, and he just before it goes all over his head, and he just
This is not good.
Oh no.
Is that his whole turn?
that is his turn, but bad things are happening. You're up.
David.
Willie, apparently. That's what you said in the beginning.
Dave.
He did call himself
I'm
Willie.
attacking. Yeah, I call myself.
Willie Dave, David.
I'm cutting.
Come on, Horse Strider. What are you gonna do?
I'm attacking I'm attacking the guy with the syringe because syringes are scary. Wait, does that have a liquid in it? Or is it just air?
I mean, it's pretty hard to tell, right?
Yeah, I'm
What's your
attacking.
passive perception?
It's
Not good.
I think 11.
Then you have no idea.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, I'm attacking that guy with
Yeah.
the syringe. Can I attack? I'm attacking his arm with the syringe.
Do it. Disadvantage.
Advantage.
His only
So
remaining
17
arm.
That'll hit.
or that's a 6 plus 9 is 15.
Hit.
Yeah.
Sing! Critical. Mac, you roll 2 damage. Take the disadvantage for the crit.
So 6
Do it.
and so 7 damage in all.
Plus?
What's
What's your
I-
plus?
I already did my plus on the
Oh,
first one.
7 damage total. Crit! 7 damage!
So you would critical means you would do max damage. Right?
Yeah, no. He does. He gets a
I
roll
rolled
2.
You rolled 2.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
The special ability would let him do that. If he nat 20. Yeah. Okay.
Or if I 19.
Do you want to do that ability?
What?
It doesn't have any hit points, but you could definitely.
No,
So
don't
faded
waste
strike?
your-
No.
You have
Faded
to,
strike.
You have to roll a nat 20 to get that.
Yeah.
That's true. Thank you.
Yeah.
What
I was
about
gonna
if
say
I
the crit, but yeah.
What happens if I get a crit with fighter because I
No.
crit on a
You said
19?
it
It's
has to
only,
be a
it
nat
has to be a nat
Nat
20.
20.
In order to do Faded Strike.
Yeah.
For those who are interested, we have a homebrew rule called Faded Strike. If you nat 20 against a creature, you may choose Faded Strike once every 10 levels. If you do, you do maximum damage times 1.5. So it's a way for like a player in this situation to just eliminate a creature, pretty much. So at this moment, syringe, chink, you cut the other arm off. He has no arms. He just kind of, at this moment, he falls to his knees
He's but a flesh.
because he has no arms, and it's just, and you believe that he will bleed out.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush towards the tentacle man.
Okay,
I'm attacking him.
He's just
with
gonna
a
attack of
sword.
opportunity.
the arm guy.
He's
No, the
bite
armless
him.
guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah. Oh yeah. He
I'm-
just kind of.
Yeah.
I know.
He doesn't have any. He just
So-
flails.
Roar.
It's a flesh
It's
wound.
like headbutting.
Extra attack. I only
Yeah,
attack
he
that
can
guy
move
once.
and attack.
Yes, he
Oh, okay.
can.
Well, never mind.
But
So
that's
do it.
I
Let's go.
attack
Yes.
him.
You can break it.
So what's
Oh, that's right.
what's 4 plus
No,
9?
it's kinda weird.
13. Does a 13 hit him?
Thank you.
Tentacle man.
It does not hit him.
It's your tentacle.
So you run up, and gosh, I'm visualizing you stabbing this thing through the guy's head, but you miss. So you go to hit him, and he just kind of backs up. It is his turn.
Yeah.
At this moment, you see the tentacles have gone into him, and his head is now just. It almost looks like. Oh gosh.
Does he look like a mind flayer?
Not a mind flayer, no. It looks like a. Almost as though like you took like the skin on your neck and wrapped it all the way around your head, and it's all blood.
Awful.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
So
Like, why did you think of that? I hope you didn't prepare that.
that is
That means you thought of it
100%
previous.
what
I've been
Oh,
thinking about this
yeah.
for like
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
years.
Jack,
He's been
I think you
waiting
forget.
for this
Dustin
moment.
practices in the mirror.
Yeah, he ripped his.
Yeah, it's,
Like, how can I make
could I
this visual?
describe this to the players?
Dustin's a method actor, so he actually ripped his
I just
face
took some
off.
ham.
Somehow I can method act 12 characters. When I change, I'm just that character. Anyways, at this, you see his arms kind of flail up, and his fingers begin to just like burst open as you see tentacles come out of his fingers.
Man, you're in trouble.
You hear
He's still
this.
gonna attack.
You hear this scream coming from behind the skin flaps, but it doesn't sound human anymore. It just sounds like. Before it tries to wrap its tentacles around your head.
Yeah.
Dex or athletics, sir. You have disadvantage. He does not.
Oh no.
It's like
Wait,
skin
hold up.
skirt.
Athletics, so first roll, so 13 or a 13.
13. Did you add all your stuff?
Yeah.
Do you want to use Indomitable?
Yeah.
You can't. I'm sorry. It's an athletics check, not a saving throw.
Don't you had 2?
He grabs you.
Jeez.
And he lifts you off the ground with these. From the skin flap, now it begins to tear open, and where his mouth was, you just see razors. I need a will save against madness.
And we need you to survive.
Yeah, I'll use Indomitable on this.
If you fail, you may.
Yeah, if I fail, I will. So that's 10 plus will save. So
This is pretty horrifying, so
11.
that won't do it.
Indomitable.
Roll us some passion.
Come on, dude.
On. No, and I have to take that. So 6.
So, you begin to go mad. Looking at this, like, you can't fathom what you're seeing. This this can't possibly be real. All right, so I'm gonna do a homebrew mad. You are going to roll what I'm gonna call a D5. So you're gonna roll a D10 at the beginning of your turn, and you'll tell me if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So it's a D10 divided by 2.
Okay.
Okay. You want a 5, meaning that you will roll a 9 or 10.
9 or 10.
If you roll a 9 or 10, that'll get you what you want.
Okay.
That's what I'm telling you. So 1 and 2 does something. 3 and 4 does something. Okay.
5 and 6.
5 and 6 does
7
something.
and 8. 9.
All right. It is your turn. You
Can I-
are going mad.
All right.
So roll your D10.
Roll D10. What is that? That's a 3.
3. All right. So that's the second worst thing that could happen. You are stunned. You lose your turn. Just.
Is he still in the air?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, give me a will save against madness. The DC is an 18.
19.
You snap out of it, but this thing is horrifying. At the end, and at the end of its turn, you'll have to do it again. So,
I'm doing things.
You're doing it.
You're doing
Yeah,
it.
go
He
on.
did things.
all right.
Oh, yeah.
You can
yeah.
1v3 him.
We did
All
Let's
the
go.
new stuff.
Broke a class.
You are stunned.
I'm Darrell.
It will now begin to. It's going. Literally, it's moving to try to engulf your head. Acrobatics.
How?
Athletic.
On his turn?
It is grappling him to essentially pin him.
Can I use athletics?
Yes, athletics or acrobatics, your choice. You have disadvantage.
So that's either what's 12 plus 9?
Just do 12. Just take the lower of the two. Roll twice, and you have to take the two lowest.
So 19.
For okay.
Yeah. Acrobatics.
Probably do it.
Acrobatics. So 19.
Oh
Then
no!
roll a nat 20.
Natural 19.
Oh, okay.
It beats you and begins to pull you in. At this moment, you are like, you're sitting there and you see before it literally its teeth are going to go here on your face, so there's only darkness, right? Because it's going to cover your face in complete darkness. Right before it does, you see where its mouth used to be. These little tentacles come up, almost like little Venus flytraps, and they open. Before it latches onto your face, and you feel these things trying to burrow into your eyes. Okay, so that's happening.
And now you have to do a will save?
And at the beginning of your turn, you are going to try to break out of this.
Yeah.
You don't have madness until we're going to do it at the end of his turn. He has
of my
to roll
turn?
for madness.
So what am I rolling?
You
for?
have to beat him, otherwise, really bad things are going to happen.
Yeah.
He's
Believe.
got to grab
So
get
what
out
do I
of
He
have?
your-
has to get break free.
Roll, and he's at disadvantage?
He is at disadvantage.
So roll 2 dice.
Come on. So 13 plus 9.
That'll do it.
Or a 7 plus 9.
7 plus 9.
7 plus 9.
15.
16.
Let's go ahead and get the dice.
No.
Oh, hold up.
But he has a plus 9!
Bad.
No. You snap out. Just pulling away from the creature. That's your action. You have escaped the creature. Alright, so you have cuts all around your face. And they were starting to scissor saw. So you have literally it's almost like it's peeling off your face.
Oh, it was like
Oh yeah, this thing is horrifying.
It's like a cookie cutter
I
shark.
hope we don't beat this.
So
Ever.
you have now broken free.
What happened?
You have your movement. What do you want to do?
He's
I'm
doing
gonna
1v1.
behind one of the tables and use in wait, I have something that I can use. I don't remember. I have second wind. I'm a second wind.
All right.
So
It will take an attack of opportunity as you move out of its threat range.
Okay.
AC?
12.
Hit.
Okay.
$16 damage.
Oh boy.
One of its tentacles lashes you. And you feel, Mr. David, you feel part of your skin kind of, your face, the skin flap kind of moves up. You feel it peeling.
Ooh. Adrenaline is
And it's just screaming. Just, Second win, sir.
1d10 plus 9. I get maximum health, so 19.
Boom. So you gain 3 hit points because it did 16 to you.
Just peels off that skin.
Just like, it's just a flesh wound. You get behind the table. You see the guy is still shake. The guy on the table is shaking.
Well, I guess it's only been like
Wait, didn't he push
few
it over?
seconds.
He kicked it. The guy didn't fall off the table.
Oh.
So this guy's the guy that had his heart removed, and he's still shaking.
I have a plan.
All right, madness.
Madness.
No, he broke out of madness, so is it a will save?
D10.
End of his turn, he gets
What?
madness.
D10, right?
Nope,
What?
nope. He broke out of the madness. Now he can go back into the madness.
So he
10.
gets a will save?
Total?
Yeah.
Okay, the DC had lowered by 1. It was only 17, but 10's not going to do it. Do you have another Indomitable?
No.
That sucks. You have madness. So, I mean, and rightfully so. This thing is
This thing's
trying to
terrible.
peel off your
His face is
face.
peeling off,
Yeah.
so...
That was your turn.
Yeah.
It will attempt to reach for you, and it doesn't really care. It wants to grab you again. So it moves around the table slowly, kind of as though it can't really control the body that it is inhabiting. But you notice, kind of, because this guy's wearing baggy clothes, you notice bulges begin to come out of his skin, but you can't see it because it's behind his clothes.
You guys ever played Half-Life?
I have.
Remember the creatures that do this? There's,
I don't.
Face crabs.
Face crabs.
Oh, yeah, face crab.
Head crabs.
Head crab.
Head crabs.
So,
Crabs.
it reaches you.
Hmm.
Athletics or acrobatics, sir?
Believe in it.
Acrobatics. Nat 20.
Disadvantage!
Or...
Come on, nat 20 again!
Not 20.
Come on, nat 20. How
close.
do you do nat 17?
That's good. That's good. It can't grab you. Using the table, you get away! Get away!
One arm.
Your turn, madness roll.
Is this
D10.
the table that
where's
the
my
patient
D10?
The patient is still.
4.
Oh,
You lose your
stunned.
Same one.
turn. You lose your turn. Stunned. Just. You may try to will save out of the madness.
Come on. No. 5.
You are madness. It is its turn. Oh god, this is awful. This is awful.
This is torture.
It's really cool, though.
It reaches
Oh,
for
yeah,
you
no,
I
again.
can't help. I want to
I
help
mean,
so
it's
bad.
torture.
Plus 9, so it's either count to the math.
Just roll twice first,
Yeah, roll
and
twice.
then do the math.
So you have to take the low. You have
Okay,
to
so
take the low.
16 plus 9 is what?
25.
25.
He can't grab you. So at this moment, you see blood burst out of the stomach. And so all of a sudden you see all of the stuff move through the shirt. And the thing kind of haunches back as though something like a tripod hits, and its tentacles lift up, and it looks as though it's getting mad, as though it doesn't care if it can grab you anymore. It's your turn.
Madness. Oh, wait, not madness roll.
Yeah, man.
No, it
Insane
would be
roll.
Yeah, no, that's
D10.
madness roll.
Yeah,
Come on,
D10.
come on, come on, come on.
5?
5 will give. That's the
Third worst.
third worst.
5, 6.
Not the worst, though.
You have no control over what you attack. So, D4. 1, you'll attack the creature. 2, you attack the body. 3, you attack yourself. 4, you throw your sword. Everybody got it?
Okay.
Here we go.
Come on.
4, you throw your sword. It goes about right into the wall.
If he nat 20s, could he throw his sword into the creature?
No,
He threw his sword. Does it go near the creature?
it does not. So, tink, it goes against the
Can
wall.
I still move?
You may move.
Alright, I'm gonna rush towards my sword. Pick it up.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go towards the body. And just
So you run to the sword. It takes you 20. You get about halfway back to the body. At this moment, the thing moves. It's its turn, and so thematically, you grab the sword, turn around, and it's there, as though it crawled up over the table and now begins to shoot its tentacles into your
can
neck.
I get a wisdom saving throw for the map?
Of course.
That did not move. 11.
Nope. Still madness. Oh, come on. Come on, you gotta roll for
You
it.
have no wisdom.
I have 1
Plus
plus
you've been
1.
adding +1.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Nat 1!
Okay.
Nat 1! It misses. That's its whole turn. You literally see the tentacles go flying into his neck, and you just... But you notice now the tentacles have barbs all over them. It's like...
Don't forget the You have an empathy. Also,
Your turn.
Come on, what do I roll? That's 9.
Boom! You act as normal.
He is no longer bad.
He's still mad.
I'm attack the dead guy.
Okay, so it will get an attack of opportunity. Are you okay with that?
Okay.
Yeah.
The monster?
Yes.
Boom, it gets an attack of opportunity. Here we go. One. Oh, misses.
Oh. Wasn't a one, but...
I attack the dead guy.
Boom, you just need a 10.
You attack the dead guy?
Yeah, because he's still moving.
That one.
He hasn't had a heart for a while.
Why?
Because you don't believe in the dice!
I believe in everything.
Oh, odds are evens, odds are evens, odds are evens. Odds are evens, odds are evens. It's evens. It's evens. You may continue your extra attack.
Extra attack on the dead guy. 5 plus 9 is something.
Hit. Deal damage to the dead guy.
Come on. Plus 5. 7 damage?
7 damage. Boom. Your sword goes like pack right into his chest. Sink. And you lift up, but he's still shaking. You almost got him. You almost got him. But as you did this, you did this. Will save. Can you break the madness? Can you break the madness?
Do it.
Break it. Break the
Come on,
madness.
break the madness.
No.
4.
No, that won't do it.
Why?
You hear something dripping behind you. Hang on. It will
Reminds me of
use
Alien.
its most powerful attack.
Come on.
You don't see it as you're... But if somebody were watching, it is now haunched up over him and its mouth comes down over your head.
Come on. Come on. Fail. That one.
It misses!
Yeah!
It misses with the 2!
Boom.
With the 2! So you just like, no! As it comes, you see all of the tentacles from its mouth go shooting down and it actually breaks the back of the table.
Does it hit the dead
And you kind of move around the table.
There's so much blood.
So much going on.
Your turn, madness roll.
Bad.
Come on.
Come on. 9 or 10. 9 or 10. 3.
Oh,
Crap.
stunned.
2 stuns.
Stun. You lose your turn. Just so like you just started just like screaming at it. Will save. Come on, get out of it.
Come on. Come on. That 20.
There you go.
Boom.
Do it.
Oh my god.
It's not scaring you anymore. You only need a 16 in the future. Actually, 15 to go right 2 points with your nat 20. You're getting used to this thing. So it is its turn. It just hits you with its tentacles. At this point, you see that the human that this thing was is gone. It has no more disadvantage in attacks. In fact, it will do a double attack. 8 plus it will hit.
Yeah.
Does it roll less than a 6? It will hit both times. All right, sir. It's going to do 18 damage on the first hit. It will do 15 damage on the second hit.
So 18 plus 15 is
33.
Just do 18, then 15.
33.
damage.
At this moment, put the pressure on you. The body on the table is beginning to shake less as though some type of symbiotic relationship is almost finished. Your turn.
I attack the dead body.
You attack the dead body.
Wait, madness roll.
Madness roll?
It is a no.
No,
Oh,
you-
that's
yeah,
20.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
good
20.
to rock.
He is
I'm sorry for
on.
doing that.
Come
This is the
on.
norm.
11 plus
Hit.
9 is turning not
I think you don't
natural.
have to do much damage to this.
Yeah.
Damage. Do damage. Do damage.
Plus 5. What is that? Did not move. 9 damage to it. The body.
You cut the head off. As you do, the monster that is attacking you reels back. And you see it begin to convulse horribly as tentacles begin to like shrivel. As you're like looking at this, I want an intelligence saving throw to see if you can figure this out. Intelligence saving throw.
I don't even know what my intelligence is. Oh, I
Just
got a
roll.
plus 0 to this.
15. Boom. It looks as though the host inside of him, despite him being a willing host, with the dead bot, with the death, the symbiotic relationship can't complete, and his body begins to reject whatever this thing is.
Extra attack it.
So you run up to it, and you see as this happens, a bulb begin to appear on the forehead of the skin flap, like an actual bulbous nodule.
It's gross.
I'm picturing it lit by like lights that are not can lights, but like operating lights.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That are just like hanging, and through all of this, they're like swinging around, so like shadows are being all across the room.
And he's only like getting glimpses of it when it's like
And the
right
only
at
reason
him.
that nobody's
Yes.
come in this room is because it's no more
Shadows
chaotic than
in
every
here.
other room.
And the door is also chained.
So,
So
you see this bulbous thing appear. It almost seems as though it's related to what you've just done. What do you do?
I'm gonna check that thing.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage because I'm aiming.
Believe in you.
Come on. So first roll is a 15, and the second roll is a 18. So 15 plus 9 is 20 something.
Your
20.
sword goes smashing right through its head, and you hear this, and all of a sudden the skin flap kind of, and you see it's trying to like shrivel up, but it shrivels up around the sword that is jammed in the thing's head as you're just one arm just screaming as this thing, you put it down with one arm. Intermission! We'll be back in 20 minutes, everybody.
Jeez.
safe inside my arms. It has been there all along. Let this love lead you home. Love be a lighthouse, so to lead you home. Stars and the moon illuminating every road. All through the seasons, no matter where we go. Your love is a lighthouse, so to lead me home.
Welcome back.
Ooh, bum, bum.
Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. I got so relaxed upstairs I forgot my jacket.
It was on my chair.
It's like, I consider these jackets my Mr. Rogers jackets. It's like,
It's like,
party downstairs, classy on top.
you don't see
Alright,
his
that-
pants.
I don't
And
know.
on that note,
I don't know why you said that.
I don't think Dustin has legs.
This was awful.
that was,
To be honest,
start.
nobody liked that.
nobody
liked
knows.
that.
Man, have we
we're
been
wearing,
on
you know,
today?
what
Thank
we're
gosh we
wearing
only
below
have
the
7
waist.
viewers at this moment. And now we've got 2.
It's like, wait, what? 38
We
viewers.
lost 5, but we gained 3. They're my favorite 3. I'm just gonna put the I'm gonna put the battle cam back. Give me 1 moment.
Why are we putting the battle cam back?
In case we have to battle.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna battle my feelings.
I'm gonna battle more people.
All right. For those of you who are coming on back, we're having a great game. Mr. Eli, David,
David.
David,
David.
David,
David.
The son of the heart.
the son of heart.
My name is David.
Willie, the one-armed master.
Lots of good stuff. So one of the things I guess pointing out is it's always so interesting to me. We always have a little bit of lag when we come out of intermission. I don't know if it's because of the video. So as we move forward, we're going to actually try the new OBS Studio in the next couple weeks to give that a shot. See if that gets rid of some of the lag.
That's the software that we're running, right?
OBS, but there's a different one. There's a new one, so we're going to use that.
Oh, yes,
But
18.
Does it
Again-
lag when I do this?
Yes.
No, that's
clean?
That's clean.
This is clear?
Can we just
Clean.
zoom in on that?
No, that's all right.
I don't know if we can.
So we are missing our lovely Allie. Allie is my wife.
Turn into another dog.
She turned into a dog too. It's getting crazy. We're losing players left and right. She just said that skin flap thing was. That's it.
Yeah.
she's
the
done.
skin skirt really
She's
got
done.
her.
In all truth, she'll be back in a couple minutes. She is taking care of some business. Business. If you know that song, awesome. I
That's
don't
a
want to get in trouble from that.
that's a song.
Oh yeah, it's good. I'll share it with you guys.
What's it
later.
called?
Yep, we'll share it later. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into it. We left Mr. David. David was fighting a horrible monster that was causing madness, but he just put it down.
Yes!
1 arm, sword in the head, the creature hits the ground, and the music immediately went out.
Call me Davi, the one-armed master.
The screams.
I like terrible jokes.
I just realized I was doing this because it's the. But I was kind of close to my.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was paying no attention.
I had to bring attention to it because I was doing this for a moment, and it's because they're different lengths, and I want to fix it, but I can't. I don't know why I mentioned it.
Sure. So, anyways, so the one-arm master, as he's had 1 arm for in-game time, a minute. Mr. One-Arm Master, as you put this creature down, the tentacles shrivel up inside of it. You've cut the body that they had done the surgery to, just cut the head off. You begin to hear more visceral screams coming from that door, that wooden door with the bars. You notice that the door has one of those wooden bars that can go across it to lock it from the inside. It is currently
Locked.
unlocked.
I'm gonna go over to that. I'm gonna lock it real quick. I'm gonna take an 8-hour rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here.
I'm gonna take 20.
Yeah.
What do you do, sir?
What from my memory do I remember? Because I lost a lot when I was going through that portal thing.
Oh, okay. Great. I would like you to do a will save. I would like you to have advantage on this, please.
Okay.
You were gonna get scot-free, and now you're...
Come on.
He's got advantage.
Which one's the first one?
Memory. First one. I always read that one as the first one, so a 4 or 13, so 5 or 14.
I'm curious, what's the difference between the first and the second? Is there something that...
Actually, I don't think that one mattered. I think for attacks it does.
For attacks it does. For advantage it does.
Oh, so...
It
14.
14.
14. All right, sir. So you begin to regain all your memories. Your sacrifice, whatever that thing was, your sacrifice actually helped before the memories were gone permanently. You do remember the horrible feeling of those absences, but as you're kind of... This is the way I want to describe it, okay? Those gaps, right? It started to delete your family life. It started to delete who your loved ones were. You would see memories and they would just be gone. Because you came out of it in fast enough time, those memories are gone. But the context of the memory, you remember enough to where as you start to think about it, your mind starts to fill in the gaps. So the way I can best describe it is imagine a memory that you're thinking back on a good time with your mom. And all of a sudden, you're seeing that memory and your mom's gone. That's the way you remember it. But because you remember all the other times with your mom, your mind puts her back in. Mm-hmm. And you start to kind of, thinking of that, you shiver a little bit. Because if you didn't have those context memories, you know she'd be gone forever.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's like I can't put a name to face or like a...
You have everything.
I have everything.
You have everything. What you've lost, though, you know you've lost it. Like, is that making sense?
Yeah.
It's like you have enough context to fill in all the gaps, but you know that like if you didn't have it, you would have lost all your memories.
Yeah, so...
But you have everything that you need.
Okay. Lock the door. I go up to the guy with the syringe.
He is now bled out.
And armless.
Yeah, he is armless. The syringe is on the ground in one of the arms.
I'm gonna take the syringe. Can I like investigate it a little bit without poking myself?
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
I don't know. People do that a lot.
I wonder if
this works. Oh, that's what he was gonna do to me. So
I can't know for sure what's in this.
This has dangerous drugs
in my tongue.
Yeah.
So you look at it. I'm not even gonna have you roll. You have no way of discerning what this is. You would need.
That's why you can use it.
Yeah. You would need tools. There's no way for you to know.
I'm put this in my pocket.
Are you sure?
No.
You're gonna put a syringe in your pocket.
I'm gonna put it in my arm and use it as like my makeshift arm.
Yeah. So you have this syringe.
I have a syringe.
Pardon me.
How much is like in it? It's like
It's half full.
half full. I'm gonna go up to the dead body and like poke it in the eye and like squirt like a tiny bit.
Why
Just
the eye?
What dead body?
that guy with the heart.
Okay, you cut his head off.
Oh
So are you gonna be super morbid and pick his head off the ground?
no.
I have to ask.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the guy without arms.
Okay.
A little bit better.
Yeah, because all the other guys, one lady doesn't have a head.
She was
one guy
Perfect.
doesn't
He
have
hasn't.
a head.
He does not have an apothecary mask on. So you tilt his head back and jam the syringe in his eye.
No, I'm gonna poke it in his neck now.
Okay, you poke it in his neck. Do you push the lever?
I'm not gonna go all the way. I'm just gonna like, if it's like here, I'm.
As you poke it into his neck, your DM asks you, "Are you sure?"
I don't know.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You begin to squeeze in. What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst thing?
At the last moment of you pushing the syringe in, you see something swimming in the liquid. And all of a sudden, it goes into the body.
Okay. I'm gonna drop my sword and I'm gonna attack him.
You're gonna drop your
I'm
sword?
gonna drop the syringe, pick up my sword, and just slap
You
that face.
slice the dude just straight down the middle. He splits like an orange peel. And you see that already his, like, the insides were starting to, like, coalesce. And you see these little tentacles start to come out of the recesses of his veins and organs. But without any living vessel, it just kind of shakes, shrivels, and dies.
That's what that did. All right, I'm gonna go. So, what does the guy's? Oh, he doesn't have a face anymore. I'm gonna go over to
Nothing
the.
has a head anymore. So
No, he doesn't have a face anymore. I'm gonna go over to the lady that lost her head. I'm gonna like try not to touch the bloody bits and like lift up the apothecary mask.
Okay, you lift the apothecary mask up. Will save against madness.
Okay. Get a +1. Yeah. It's 20 not nat.
Perfect. You're fine. You're getting used to this. You lift off the apothecary mask and you look at the head, trying to avoid the bloody bits, as you say. There are no eyes. There is no tongue. There is no nose. You see decayed, shriveled flesh and the hollows of where her eyes should be. This should not be alive.
I'm gonna put the mask back on it. Place it on the floor. I'm gonna look at the mirror.
Okay?
What does the black mirror look like? Is it the exact same thing?
It is exactly the same as the thing you saw in the lighthouse. This one looks cleaner, as though someone has been polishing it. In fact, strangely, horrifyingly, you notice that in front of the mirror, on the hewn stone, meaning very strong stone cut by a mason, you see two indents with blood stains on the bottom. This has been worn out by human knees praying in front of the mirror. So much in the exact stained spot that it's worn away kneecaps and has actually eroded the stone into an actual like place where you could put your knees. Your mind calculates the amount of time and the amount of vessels that would have had to have sat in this spot, looking at the mirror and praying to whatever is behind it.
But can I like push the mirror over?
Do you want to?
No,
It sounds like you do.
I do. I also don't want to.
The mirror's huge.
Might be my
It's
own.
it's at least
Like up to the ceiling, or
well, this room is not super high. I mean, all the mirrors are like
they're huge.
yeah, they're like 15 foot high. This thing goes almost up to the ceiling. If you knock this over, it would take up half the room. And it looks incredibly heavy. You don't even know what metal it's made out of.
only was up to dwarf. All right, I'm gonna go over to the what else is in the room other than the dead guys?
Okay, so you see a bunch of surgery equipment. You see some apothecary like vials, you know, where they would do chemistry, things like that. You see some old disheveled books. There is a small fireplace that has long since burned out. There is a pervasive cold in the room. The cold, it's in your bones. And again, you just hear the screams coming from outside the door. Everything is damp. Everything is wet. And as you take a deep breath in, give me a knowledge nature. It needs to be high. It's not super important, but you would have to have a high knowledge nature or survival to get this last detail.
I think I have a better survival, so 19.
19, you believe you are high up. You believe by the staleness or the coldness of the air, the moisture in the air, you're high, high, high up.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go over to the books. Can I like open them? I'm gonna open one.
Okay, so they are all water rotted. So you open it and it's just like mold all through the pages.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop that. Is there any books that's not like that?
No.
All right. Am I able to at least look at some words?
Yeah. They're mostly anatomy books. You also notice some books written in what languages do you know?
Elvish and Common?
Nope. Can't read them.
Okay. Is there like a bag around?
I mean,
Like a doctor's bag? It's like...
oh, you mean like an instrument bag?
Yeah.
They meant like a burlap sack.
No.
You see one horrible leather sack. Like it looks like a doctor's bag, but it's all got holes in it and it's
Skin leather.
yeah.
Can I open it?
Sure.
I open it.
It's got some old doctor's tools and things in it.
I don't know what that is. Like a scalpel?
A bloodletting tool, syringes.
So,
It's
like-
got scalpels.
That's a lot of knives. Are the syringes filled?
They are not filled.
Okay. I'm gonna dump out the bag. Just like...
Okay.
I'll go
Kind of
over-
hits the ground, cracks the glass. It's a soppy, wet, just like when stagnant water and leaves sit. That's what you like dump onto the ground.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take...
Musty.
That's
How many books are there? Like 5, 4...
I mean, it's a whole bookshelf. There's probably 8 books.
Yeah, I'm gonna take So is it on like the same race, or is it on like different things? It's like so there's a human one, right? So or is it just?
The Book of Anatomy has a lot of different anatomy in it.
Oh, I'm gonna take the Book of Anatomy. I'm gonna put that in the bag.
Perfect.
What are the other books? I'm gonna book through them.
You see some books written in languages you don't know. I mean, they're horrible. Like they're almost indecipherable. They're so ruined.
Oh, are there any pictures? I'm just gonna take that anatomy one.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw the other ones in like the fire pit.
That's not lit, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it.
Just
Wet paper in the fire.
put it in the fire, in the wet
We all know how
fireplace.
much wet burns.
That would be wet fire.
All right.
Wet fire. Like
You
an
begin
old
to
wet
hear
blue
someone
fire.
coming down further to the hall, and you hear this like, please, no.
All right. I'm gonna re-zip up the bag. I'm like throw it around like my shoulder. Are there any doctor's clothes in here?
There are doctor
I'm gonna
clothes.
take doctor clothes.
Okay, so you take these old, horrible surgeon clothes. You let the lady's head fall out of the apothecary
Oh,
mask.
is that the only mask?
That's the only mask.
Is there any way I can like clean it?
I mean, you have your clothes. You could like wipe it out.
I'll, like wipe it up a little bit.
She wipes it out, tries to get some of the blood stains
Are
off
the
of it.
drugs that would be in like the nose part still there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Flowers and
But
things.
it's all like they should have been removed so long ago. It just smells like rotted
Yeah, I'm
flowers
gonna
and leaves.
take those and like toss it on the floor.
wet twigs.
I'm gonna wash my hand. I'm gonna like wipe up my hands. I'm gonna put the mask on.
You smell that pungent decay, as though her head was rotting in the mask. But it's on, and no one would be able to tell that it's you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to conceal like my sword,
Okay.
like the thing.
And the fact that you have
Wait,
one arm.
did any of the people speak during the entire thing?
Oh, the one guy said, "Do we have a new specimen?"
So they do speak common.
That one did. The other one wasn't even alive.
Doesn't think it matter.
I'm gonna reopen the gate and like open the door fast.
Okay, you open the door.
Yes.
Remember, you have one arm. Okay, so you're just kind of, putting your arm back. Disguise self. So this will be a stealth check
Hey, I don't have
or
to-
deception. Your choice.
I'll go with the stealth because I get a +4 to this.
Okay, you have advantage because you really made a good costume.
So a 10 or a 15.
Perfect. So remember 15. That is your stealth roll if people are going to be investigating you.
Okay.
Okay, but you have to give them they have no reason to suspect you. I'll just lay that out on the table right now. You enter into the hall. The screams are much louder on this side of the door. Across the hall from you, immediately you see another door. This one does not have bars. It has a metal plate and it is shut. You hear low moans coming from the other side. On either side of you, the hallway goes down. You kind of peek out on either side. You see a wet floor. The light from far down, there's torches lit, and the reflection of it almost looks like water, but as you look closer, you know that it's blood all over the floor. There is the sound of running blood going down through different pipes. Through like grates in the floor. And then this way you hear what sounds like two people screaming in two different doors. Silence. 3 doors down, you hear something that doesn't sound human, making sounds and sounds like it's clawing against a metal door. This way, You don't hear as many screams. You hear one coming from a door catty corner to you, and then nothing over here. Maybe the sound of people talking. That is all you see. The hallway goes all the way until it reaches what looks like two open windows. No glass or anything. Open windows on either side. They're probably about, I would say, 100 feet on either side. Maybe a little bit more, 150. And you would assume that the walls would turn. But you don't know.
So, can I see the door with the scratching? Or is that
You just hear it. It's about 3 doors down. Band. Okay, so anyways, about 3 doors down, and you hear scratching against metal.
I'm gonna go up to that door.
Okay, so you walk down the hallway, ignoring the 2 people who are literally screaming bloody murder, and go up to the door that's... It goes quiet, as though it heard your footsteps.
Oh, is it like a soggy scratch, or is it like...
No, you hear like... It's against metal, so it's like fingernails against metal.
Is there any, like, grate that I can see in between them?
Not on this door. This door is completely metal.
That door's spoopy. I'm gonna go to one of these screaming doors.
Those doors have the 3 metal bars.
What are...
Inside, you see a woman attached to a chair. This is most likely the one that was screaming. She's looking up, and you see a device around this side of her head. Her eye is open, and a device has literally pulled her eye out. You see another apothecary moving over to a jar with it almost looks like a spider, but it has more legs and more tentacles moving up and down the jar very quickly, and it walks over to the woman, covering your view as you hear the pop of the jar.
I'm gonna quickly open that door.
It is locked.
I'm gonna knock.
You hear one, "Go away. This is a delicate time."
Yes!
Your Bane.
He's got the plague doctor.
Oh, you
now.
must stop doing this. This is a big day for the woman. A big day for the woman in the chair.
All right. What's in the other room?
Do you ignore? Do let them proceed?
I'm gonna keep knocking on it.
Wait, what did you say? Did you say
Yes! You see the one with the jar, and you hear as though the jar is shutting again. Go deal with her. You see the man approach. He comes up to the glass. What do you want? This is a delicate time in the procedure. He looks at you and gives a very stern command. He has rotted teeth and sunken eyes, but he does look human. He looks at you and gives you a direct command. Go back to the mirror room.
Yes, my good sir. I'm gonna go back to the mirror room.
Okay, so you leave the door, and he goes back to the woman. At this moment, you can hear her as though she is stirring, waking up. No, please.
As I'm going to the mirror room, what's in the other screaming room?
In this room, you see...
Ow, my nose.
Oh, my gosh.
So many questions.
No.
How horrible can I make this?
No, this one is, you see what looks like the same exact thing that just attacked you. It is up against the wall, and it's hunched down. You see 3 different spears in its stomach. It looks to be dead. However, you notice that the tentacle, this looks like the skin flap monster, okay? Mm-hmm. The things that are in its mouth have pulled out, and you see another doctor as though it got caught in it. So it is literally, the doctor is latched inside the creature's mouth, and the tentacles have wrapped around his head. You see that the doctor has a bulbous protrusion on his back, the one inside the creature's head that is pumping. And there's 2 other doctors going, we need to be more careful next time.
Yes. gonna go back to the female door.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on it again. My good sir, I need help.
You see one of the doctors turns to you and looks very suspicious that you have disobeyed a direct order. He comes walking towards you right as the other doctor is placing this spider monster inside the woman's eye.
My good sir, a new one has come in. One whose arm was glowing. It's strange.
You hear and the door opens. What are you talking about?
One came through the black mirror. Knew he was half conscious. He came through.
Show me.
Yes, sir.
You hear the man. Is everything okay? He has not put the spider in. You just he looks back at both of you. Is everything okay?
Yes.
Good. He begins to lower the spider back into her eye.
Yes. I tried to. He cut off one of the doctor's arms.
We will deal with him. Show me. You take him to the room?
Yeah.
He opens the room.
I'm gonna shove him in and close the door behind us, and I'm attacking him.
Okay, so you shove him in, close the door, and do it. You have an advantage against this as a sneak attack.
So 19 or a... I'm gonna take that 19.
That's what you get to do.
8. What is that, Calvin?
A 3?
So 8 damage.
Okay, so sink right onto his back. He turns incredulously looking at you and grabs at your mask, kind of like, ugh. You've obviously cut right through his back. You have another attack.
Yeah, I'm attacking him again. Come on. So 10?
10 won't hit. So he spins around and he begins to scream, "What is the meaning of this?" It is, let's see if it's muffled out by the other screams. It's got to roll pretty high. He does. What is the meaning of this?
I do not know. I'm attacking him again.
Okay.
7 extra attack at all.
7 won't hit him.
Extra, I'm attacking him
Come on,
again. Come on.
16, right?
No, what's 11 plus 9? 20. Plus 5 damage. 12.
Hit. Kill. Sink! You jam it right into his lift, and he just kind of slumps down onto the ground.
Before he dies, can I like whisper something to him? I was the one.
Get a break character.
At this moment, you turn. Do you open the door? They leave?
No.
You stay in the room.
I'm gonna look at his body. I'm gonna kind of just pick him up. I'm gonna drag it to the fire pit and just toss him in, kind of.
Okay, you do so. Over the wet, soggy books.
And the wet.
Wait, I'm gonna take his clothes.
What?
No, wait. No,
Oh, shoot, you're already disguised.
Yeah. Hold on, no. I'm gonna
Double disguise.
I'm
Call
gonna,
for help.
Two man.
Call for help.
yes.
Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor.
I am the double plague doctor. There has to be one in this horror show.
Okay, then I'm gonna open up the.
And if there is not, I will be him.
I'm gonna open up the door. I'm gonna conceal my sword. I'm gonna open up the door in a rush and.
You open up the door, and immediately down the hall you hear, "Good, good."
I'm gonna quickly close the door. Wait, do I see the one guy?
So you've opened the door of the room you just left. You've walked out. Down the hallway, and the door that was open with the guard you just heard, you hear, "Good, good." You can't see what's happening down this. You'd have to go to it.
Which way is that? That's the way of
To the right.
Normal one. So the one that I was just down.
The one with the spider. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back down that one.
You hear it, and you see him turn. It looks as though it's taking. The woman is shaking on the chair.
I'm gonna walk over to him.
Okay?
I'm gonna close the door.
Okay? Did you deal with the nuisance?
It took the doctor.
What? Where is Algernon?
I'm attacking this guy. Come on. 19?
Hit?
Yeah, extra attack.
Do it.
Come on.
Sword is bloody.
What's 17?
They both hit. Damage.
What is 17?
What is...
Or 200?
So
Enough
that's,
to hit.
What's 8 plus? So it's 13, and I'm doing 25
25.
damage.
So you just walk in. How do you take him out?
I'm gonna walk over to him.
Where's Alshid?
The glowing one sends his returns. I just wanted to like shove it through his neck. Slink. I'm gonna like cut it up.
Just dead. I mean, he's just so dead.
And it's so muffled from...
Yeah, and he has one of those like, glasses, and the sword goes in and then up and just like, and he falls sliding off your sword. You see the woman. You see no spider in her eye is gone. You still see the device, and this eye is bleeding blood, and she's just kind of looking at you, and it's a smile like.
Can I? I'm gonna like try to take off the contraption.
Okay.
Yeah.
You walk up and take it off. It's rapturous.
I don't know that word.
I can see the face of God.
I'm not a god. I'm gonna try to help her.
I don't think she's talking to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna medicine her.
I don't
know
Allie
if I
would be
helped
very
you.
disappointed.
I get a +1. 4.
All right, you lean in to medicine her. Are you all right? You've taken the contraption out. She did. I can see the face of God. You lean in, knowing that where he put the eye, and you see in the eye hole blood pooling out and down. As you look, you see whatever that thing was has burrowed into the back of her head, and you assume it's eaten whatever else resided in her skull. And yet she's talking to you as though she's alive.
Does he have tweezers?
I mean,
Is there tweezers?
no. Doesn't look like they want whatever they're doing removed.
I see. Is there a scalpel?
I mean, you had a bag with a scalpel in it, but you didn't take it, so no.
I had the bag around my back, but that has a.
You didn't
You
take
dumped
it. You
everything
dumped
out.
everything out.
Does this guy have a scalpel?
Oh my
The dead guy.
You don't see a
Was there a
scalpel.
lot of stupid stuff that
Yes.
happened
Yes.
before I walked
It's
out?
not necessarily stupid. It's just
Kind of cool.
yeah. It's
No, there's been a lot of good
Clever.
information that we've got.
there's,
I don't
It's
know
just-
how to.
A lot of bad decisions.
this is a stressful situation.
He's actually
He is dealing
best
with
of
it
his
the
ability.
best he can.
I don't know.
He's just
how
a homeboy from the farm.
Yeah, no, nothing
Good
but
old
mine
boy.
spiders.
He didn't know about no mind spiders
I
and
don't.
skin flap creatures.
I don't know how to help you, but I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to take my fingers and like take it out. The spider just.
I don't know how to help you, but I'm gonna put my
does
hand.
have
I
a
will put my hand in your eyeball.
I will make you-
Don't worry about this. I've done it once to a cow.
I heard someone say to do this.
Nat 20.
I don't know what that does.
All of a sudden, you feel your finger go into something sharp. Ah! Dexterity saving throw, or you lose your finger.
Oh my god.
It's a lot of this. It's a lot of this.
Come on.
Have you lost any other body parts?
Come on.
This would be
Plus
it.
2.
Killed another doctor. 2.
9.
9. You hear a. You pull back. Your finger is gone.
How much is my finger? Like up to here?
Up to here.
To here?
Just the tip.
Oh.
Blood is spooling.
I'm like grab my finger.
Can't grab it.
No, you can't. You
don't
can do
have
like
an arm.
this.
Yeah.
You do like. You do the motion as though you have another hand, but it's not. Will save madness.
Okay.
Oh.
What do I have to roll for this?
15.
15. Come on.
You're so close to being at 20.
9.
Okay, you have madness. Madness roll. D10.
Yeah, I know. 10.
You may act normally.
Okay, can I will out of the madness?
Sure.
Come on. 15. 14.
You will out. You use your whole action to will out of it.
It's like a horror game.
She looks at you. Before she begins to shake.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my sword. I feel terrible for you. I'm putting you out of your mercy. I'm gonna just like shove it up her head.
Could have
You
gone
can,
her.
you can absolutely.
Yeah.
She can't move. You
Yeah.
just. At this moment, as David pushes the sword in, looking around. 5 people have died by your blade. You see monsters and things you can't even imagine. You've lost both your arm and your finger. And at this moment, you just kind of collapse into the enormity of your situation. There's a voice in the back of your head. I have to get out of here. Meanwhile.
Put that cup in there.
Oh, yeah!
Darius, I mean Lexi, no.
Yes, I'm Darius. Okay. I just like, whoop, mage hand goes, and it goes into
And you hear the door, and you see the wooden door.
I look over the door. Did I do that?
Yep.
Darius did that.
Darius did it. Let's go.
All right, go up to the wooden door. Does it just open?
Like finger gun mage
You
hand.
wish to open it?
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
This is how it...
Power word, kid! You see a long hallway. Sconces are lit, but you can't see the end of the hallway.
It's a long
This is the
hallway.
real door.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Montague.
Of course.
All right.
Hey, what'd you
Pass
find on
down.
that altar?
Oh, some
As we're walking
papers and locket and that cup
Oh, right.
and such. I took the locket because it has a little blessing in it, so maybe it's got some. It's pretty average altar stuff.
Cool.
You walk down the hallway.
I sure hope David's alright.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Yeah,
He
you're
was-
right. You know what? I bet you he's with that bud.
No, he was teleported out through the circle.
I think he told us that much.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not
Yeah,
good.
but-
It's not a good situation. We gotta find Darius for this. We gotta
I know,
where
but
he
like
is.
we don't really know if he's in danger.
I
He just teleported.
As you like have the apple,
David Apple.
the David apple that he ate and
Oh yeah, that
rolled
came
through.
back. Well, do we know that came from him?
Yes. Yes, I do. He literally took a bite out of it. Was stand.
Did
in
you
the
see
circle.
that?
No, he didn't take a bite. Well, of
He
course
took a bite of it.
Of course,
but-
he took a bite out of
Yeah,
it.
you see the bite from the apple. So like, what happened was David took a bite,
I wasn't
teleported,
there, though.
and the only thing that came through was the apple that rolled on the floor. So you saw an apple with a bite
Can't
out
he
of it.
just teleport back with his little arm runes?
Well, I assume so, but he should have by now.
He probably just didn't think of it.
Yeah, he just has to take both his arms and activate
And just
the
go
room.
like that. He probably just isn't thinking about it.
Even if he had one arm, it probably could have worked.
I hate you so much.
No.
You walk down this long hallway. You walk down for quite a ways before the hallway gives into an open area. Inside, you hear the sound of cool running water. Before you is a grand chamber.
Grand chamber.
It goes higher than the last room. It almost as though the entire castle, you realize, is built around this room. In a moment, you begin to think about the architecture of the castle, about how large it is. And it occurs to you that no, the castle kind of goes all the way around, but nothing is ever in the middle, as though this entire room was built. The castle was built around it. Standing, broken, these mammoth statues. They are all holding different weapons toward the center of the room.
Mammoth-sized.
Mammoth size. No, sorry, not a mammoth animal. These gargantuan statues, all pointing different weapons toward the center of the room. In the center, you see water spilling down from the weapons into a large pool. The statues have long since decayed, some of them broken. But as you look at them, you're given a sense of extreme calm. You're looking at a place that it's almost as though it's intrinsic, a part of you that you've forgotten. But you know, in your heart of hearts, that you are looking at statues of great and powerful beings. Beings that have been forgotten by most of the world.
Do we recognize any of them?
You do not.
Player knowledge, are they the 5 gods?
They seem to be God.
I know one of those.
I want to walk up to the water. Can I try to do like a knowledge religion to see if it's like holy water?
Sure. So this room echoes with your footsteps. It's so large.
9.
9. If it's not, you don't know what holy water would be.
I take out my empty water thing that Rogaire drank all of it, and I fill it with the holy water.
You fill the holy water up, and you see that the water has a translucent blue tint to it. You fill the water up into your little flask, and as you do, it turns normal.
I think this holy water isn't holy once you take it.
Oh. Is it coming from the statues?
It is literally like the weapons are pointing up, and it's against odds. The water is running up the weapons and then pouring down into the pool.
Is there anything in the pool, or is it just a...
The pool goes out and around, so there's little aquifers going all around the room. You assume that this water pools out over the cliff face of Garanduk.
Can I want to just sip some of the water.
Do you have any damage?
81. Yeah, I have 1 hit point down.
You gain that hit point back.
This has restorative powers.
Does it taste good?
It tastes like the best water I've ever had.
The music is epic.
It's the best water we've had.
This is
a
the
great
best
discovery.
Try this water!
Oh, okay. Alexi will get down and...
Do you have any damage?
Yeah.
How much?
I have 68 health points. I have 75 total.
You gain it all back.
I'd like to go around the base of the statue, see if there's any indicated marks of who these are of.
So the gods themselves, these gods-like statues, have...
Are any of them a dragon?
None of them are a dragon. Good. They look to be humanoid in nature, but you see no true discernible marks. It's not like, ooh, look, there's a sun on this one. Nothing like that. They all are wearing like the traditional, almost like, it's not quite togas, but like the drapey clothes up. You see 2 women, 2 men, and one that looks androgynous.
Not either.
These must be the false gods.
I'm
just kidding. I have no clue who they are, but they
You
look
just
godlike.
you just drank their holy water. I
Yeah,
hope
they
you
feel
don't...
very holy.
You should try this.
It
It's
feels
not bad.
great.
Nah, not now.
Look, and I scratch him to try to deal 1
No.
hit point of damage to him.
I'll allow it.
Okay, now
Bag
drink
it.
that and that'll heal you.
No, I'm not allowing that to happen.
And then you must roll to scratch him if you wish to hurt him.
I
I just cast
kind of
fireball.
hurt you a little bit
Why would you do that?
to show you, to prove a point.
Come on, Nat 20.
The level of epicness between the 2 meanwhiles.
19.
She hits you for 1 damage.
I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Why
have
did
to.
you
Now drink the water.
Quickly, just like pulse real quick and cast Mage Armor on myself, so that doesn't happen again.
Okay, then I take some water and I splash it at him.
He's wet, but it slips off because he's wearing his apron.
Drink the water.
We don't have time for this. I understand it has water. Like,
I mean,
it's
I
very
understand it's not like great water, but
It is.
It's good water.
I think it's great.
We gotta.
I feel much better.
I'd like to go look for another exit, like another doorway. Or...
I would like to get a perception of this room and see if there's anything. Like, I feel very distracted by the center. Like, if there's anything else cool going around while
Sure.
he looks for an exit.
investigate.
Oh yeah.
26.
22.
Or not, sorry, not 26. Just 16.
22.
That was a big difference.
Yeah, that's an 11 difference.
My perception is only 18.
Okay, you begin to look around the room. As I've told you, the room is large. These statues are up on, like they're elevated. You can walk up steps to get to them, but you are pale and fairly comparison to them. So you're only about a third as tall as each of the statues. So they go up quite a ways. All around, you see the aquifers going out and probably emptying off down the cliff face down below. You see up at the top a mural. You see what looks like an indiscernible figure. She is covered in light. You see what looks like wind of leaves, light of the sun, a darkness that looks almost like a miasma or a pestilence. You see fire. You see water. They swirl around the central image. And it's difficult to understand. You don't believe that they are necessarily praying to this light, but rather giving birth to it. You cannot see what the light is, but you notice that it is most likely another god.
It is Azeron.
You say this, but it doesn't look... It looks like just
It's
a
light.
Yes.
Azeron is the god of light.
There you go.
So I just like to point out that these gods
I'm ignoring
are
it.
praying
I'm not having any
to
of it,
try
like-
to
It's
are
literally
praying
not.
in their they are worshiping these gods are worshiping the one true God.
You hear nothing, but in your soul you hear...
Is this the god
most-
you worship?
Terrifying
the
God.
light. That's that light
Yeah.
that they're all worshiping?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely Azeron.
You worship Azeroth.
Yeah.
That.
How do you not know that?
Well, I never put two and two together. I'm doing it right now.
Oh.
I see.
All right,
the end of-
let's get going.
At the end of the room, you notice that it does go down into another, what looks like it would be another room. 2 large doors.
Guys, I found a way out or an entrance. The continuation of this room.
All right. As we walk that way, I'm gonna continue to just get a good look at the statues.
I do like
Do I?
prayer to the light.
What weapons do I recognize that they're holding?
You notice that one of them is holding a sword. The other ones are... They look sharp in nature, but you're not... nothing's razor.
All right, Montague, where are we going?
There's 2 doors.
Oh,
Ooh, mighty big doors.
they look different.
No. I'm sorry, 2 doors. It's one entrance.
Oh.
One doorway. Double door.
Double.
Is it locked?
It's not locked.
I haven't checked it yet. I just found them.
Hold on.
So you don't know then.
Phew. Mage hand.
It opens.
And I push it.
Oh, they're very light.
You just cast Mage Hand and open.
It pushed. It's a push.
You begin to hear voices on the other side. I knew what you said. Believe me, I know. But I can't risk it, not again. This is not your choice to make, my love. It is my choice when I have gone through heaven and hell to bring them here. They can handle it from here. We have to think of Cecil. I am. You should as well. She is the cause of all of this.
I transform back to Lexi. Because I know it's Darius and...
You don't want to freak him out.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go confront them?
Yes.
I'm whispering. Are we gonna go confront them?
What?
I am
Yes.
not good at sneaking, so.
Let's just go.
I'll lead the way.
Okay.
You enter into a room. You enter into a room with beautiful murals. Not murals, sorry, portraits on the wall. There are 3 at the end. You see a portrait of what looks like a very young Varasha. You see a portrait of another incredibly handsome young man looking stoically at the camera. It looks to be maybe 3 years older than the Varasha portrait.
At the painter?
The painter.
The picture. No, this is from the portrait.
No.
No,
Sorry,
you said the camera.
Yeah, we're just...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They're looking at the portraits. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
They're looking at the painting. Okay,
I
gotcha.
know, I know what you meant.
I got you.
You know what you meant.
Late.
Get your facts right, Dustin.
It's 9.
The painted portrait that's taken by a camera.
End of our game.
I quit.
Is it Poultice?
You see, you would assume, very young. He has a grimace. If you were to look at it, it almost looks like he wants for power. And in the final, in the middle, no wife, no other parent in the portrait, just sternly looking forward. You see a man in probably his late 40s, a rugged cut beard, and eyes that pierce through you even though it's just a painting. He is wearing a beautiful red coat leather and a vestment of armor. And you believe this is their father. Along the halls of the walls, on the other walls, you begin to look around, and you see treasure. So much treasure. Gold, emeralds, rubies. You see candelabras. You see treasure boxes. You see a hoard of what could only have been attained through taxes, gifts of great splendor, and the entire treasury of a kingdom. They see you enter. You notice that Varasha, behind them, is asleep.
You mean
Cecil?
Behind... Man, it must be late. Cecil behind Varasha and Darius is sleeping. Darius looks at each of you. How did you...
It's a push. The door with the push.
Yep.
It's canon. Yeah, it's canon.
Sure, that's canon.
Canon.
That's canon. End of chapter 11. How did you... It's a push.
beginning of chapter 12?
End
Cool?
of book.
Question mark.
The words of George R. R. Martin. I'll finish it in 4 years. Book 1 ends. It's a push.
Question. Varasha and Poultice, they're brother and sister.
Yes.
And this figure in the center
It's their dad.
was their dad, but we don't know.
It might have been mentioned once, but...
Okay.
I don't think it has.
I think I have that note. Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't easy. But we needed to find you.
I suppose you would like an explanation.
Well, yes, of
Yeah.
course, but there's so much. Vinar, he's not at the camp anymore. Do you know anything about that?
He seems to ignore your question and looks stoically up at the portraits.
The
Do you know why they call me Darius? The first prophet of Historius.
Darius.
Montague, let him.
No, I'm.
Let him get.
The teleportation circle. It was green.
And?
David hasn't come back.
And?
That's what I said. Like he's probably standing on a horse somewhere.
I'm just. There's.
You seem disturbed by this.
Clara was led to the teleportation circle
Yes, and it changed
by a
colors.
voice.
Yeah. I followed her at night, and she was, like, in a trance almost. And I had to tackle her to get her away from the power of the what'd you call it?
Circle.
The circle.
He looks. I did put a lot of my essence into it, but I don't think that would do this.
She was not in a good mindset. Something was, like, taking over her.
She has been hearing voices
I see.
ever since
Perhaps medication?
ever since the lighthouse in the Black Mirror.
Yeah, and now she's stuck as a dog.
Varasha hears this. That cannot be.
Unfortunately, it is.
No. That cannot be.
What can't be?
You must be mistaken. Perhaps she was after something that you're not sure.
No, we're not sure, but I had to tackle her, and the colors changed from like a purple, from a green to a purple, and
She looks at Darius, my love. No!
You were weird last time we
No!
talked about this.
This is why we must leave. I'm sorry. He looks at you specifically.
Leave?
I know you wish for us to rule together, but it's just the danger is too great. We must think of Cecil.
What did you mean when you said it's all her fault?
I would never.
We heard you.
That's not what I said. That's what Varasha said. Talking
Where would you go, Darius?
away.
Where?
Far away.
Where?
Tarath, the largest continent of Nibel. I could reach Atros. I know I could find it again. The city of the great archmages. She would be safe there.
When was the last time you were there?
I suppose now it would be almost 200 and a long time ago.
How would you know it's still there?
It has to be. It's impervious. No one can find it.
Are you talking about the stronghold?
No, another continent.
Oh.
Darius, let's go back. Why are you called Darius? Why is Ritchea? Why are you blaming Cecil for what's happening? What are you not telling us? You're weird about the mirror. You were weird the first time we told you about it. We feel like you're hiding things, and we need to know them. And Darius believes in us.
She looks down. I don't want to put this burden on you. You have done so much, and your people need you. Terraform needs you. All of Trevian. This is the past. It cannot come back. Do you understand? It is buried. We have lost so much, I cannot unearth it.
It's unearthing itself.
Not if we run.
No,
Darius,
you can't
perhaps
run.
you are right.
You can't
That's what I'm
run.
telling you.
You can't run. It's getting into Clara's head. It might have kidnapped David, and we have no clue what we're dealing with, and whether you want us to or not, we're going to go after it. So why don't you help us?
You cannot run from fate.
But you can change it.
Yeah.
With your help.
It sounded cool. Just kind of cheesy.
They hear these words. I will decide. She points up to the portrait of her father. Aldarian Titus. My father. Darius interjects. No, Varosha! Just... He looks at you. The pain! The pain this will cause her. I have to. My father was not a good man. But he was a strong man. Before Titus, Trevian was no more than a clan of disparate tribes. Much like the Carinvar, Helvetia, and the tribes to the far east and west of us. Through might alone, he brought all of the Trevian chieftains together, and he killed them all in single combat. They called him the Unbreakable Blade. They called him the Titan Killer. He took the shamans, those who believed in magic. She looks over at Darius. Even Darius. And he forged them into a circle. When they tried to turn against him, he shattered it. Darius, yes, broke the conflux. But it was the only thing that Catsup could do to stop him. You don't understand who he is. It's true. I've never seen a man who could move as he does. My greatest spells, nothing. It was as though he was untouched by the fabric of the world, as though he himself could pierce through the weave. Unstoppable. As though a god had his back.
What happened to him?
They both look at Cecil but say nothing. Fate. I alone stood against him in our darkest moment, and I defeated him. casting him into the darkness. I thought that it would spare us a great hardship, but it only emblazoned Paltus with the will to rule. And we lost our love, our beloved. They look at Cecil again. He is gone. He has to be gone.
You think that's who Clara's hearing? You do.
I do not. Barasha shakes her head as well. My father spent long hours. He was not always strong.
You think whatever helped him is talking to Clara.
He was a farmer. Before he fell into the ground and found something in the dark. Something that he dragged back to the highest point in Terrafon. Once the kingdoms were built, it became his chamber, a secret room at the top of the greatest tower. He would spend hours looking into it. And it changed him. It was only through the eye and the scepter that we were able to defeat him. Barasha looks at him. Enough. The scepter is a great tool. But we cannot remake it. Even if you defeat Paltus and gain the other half, we can never restore the eye.
Why?
We can never restore it.
Why do you believe that?
Barasha has a long pause because it's true. We would lose everything that is most precious to us in the world. And they look at Cecil again.
Why do they keep looking at Cecil?
How is she connected to it?
It does not matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't.
You just want to run away from a problem. And you would let the whole world fall instead of face it.
Do you know why I am the first prophet of Historius?
He assigned you the job first?
In a great truth, I am but one of two. There is another first prophet.
Who is that?
Barasha looks. Me. We came to this place, built it off of old beliefs, old magics that the world has forgotten. They look back at the room that you just entered. Prayers that aren't answered anymore. Gods that are said to be dead. We had nowhere else to go. This place was not always as grand. We tried to escape, you see. We tried to flee to the north. He tried to use me. He did use me. When I turned against the circle, he shattered it and we had nowhere to go. He wanted me dead. So we came to this place. This grove where we found the water. We prayed to gods that do not exist. We prayed for our fates to be changed, for the world to be changed. and I had a daughter. I had a daughter that we did not conceive. And our game comes to an end.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So good to keep leaving on some cliffhangers. We had some exciting stuff. David has almost escaped his challenge. We'll see what happens next time. You can find us on anywhere you listen to podcasts, at Roll Seekers on YouTube, Facebook. We're on a lot of different social media channels, and we perform the first and third Saturdays of every month. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.